If I join your party that full, now why you call us me? I think you call us me with everybody. My Liberian people, who you want?
Hey, what's up? This is Munel Kishen, aka The General. Join me in Providence, Rhode Island, and let us celebrate with the ANC Global East Coast family for a summer extravaganza 2023, July 21st to the 23rd in Providence, Rhode Island. It is a fundraiser. We must protect our vote. On Friday, it's a meet and greet. On Saturday, a mini tournament. And on Saturday, there will be a ball where we'll have the fundraiser. And on Sunday, we will have a church service at the Tabernacle Baptist Church. And also, we will have a cookout. Come and celebrate with the CPP, the Liberty Party, and the ANC. Come and support your candidate, Alexander Cummings and Charlene Bromsky, the Fixer 1 and Fixer 2. Come with the money, come with the checkbook. I will see you in Rhode Island. Your MC is Munel Kishen, aka The General. So come, let us put our money where our mouth is. We must support Alex Cummings and Charlene Bromsky as the next leader of Liberia come October 10, 2023. I love you all. CPP, ANC, Liberty Party, all the way.
Is complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right?
I was so shit in the crowd looking around the place, so crowded, foreign guests all over the place. And that guillotine, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kumin, and it stuck. And that guillotine, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kumin, and it stuck. It stuck. Today that guillotine still on Ellis Kumin. It was something I invented. It was something I invented. It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta where he was living. So I created a story and I called the person and attached the person name to it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, I will tell you the truth. So I created a story and I called the person and attached the person name to it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, I will tell you the truth. So I used that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did. Yeah, so that I'm not confident that whole gating I invented it. Yeah, so that I'm not confident that whole gating I invented it. And what's gonna pick working right? Publish that story, the one about his wife and everything. Shit.
Okay, first of all, complete bullshit, complete nonsense. But there's this what I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Cummings is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia. It's complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I'm sure you were here, right? You playing the game, right? I'm married to Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense. And let's dispel that tonight in this forum, and as I've done in many other forums. But let me address that one. My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Not in the business, you catching fever. Getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we come in, we're sweeping, we're cutting, we're moving all the way. We come in, well, it's gonna be coming. As we come in, we're sweeping, we come in. Anywhere we meet up, stick, well, it's gonna be coming. Side, what you come in, we come in.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Please share the video. Please share the video. Like the video and share the video. That's all. You like it, then you share it. It's good for us. I see only 2 persons with a thumbs up. So I'm sorry for the first interruption. And Comcast see no time to restart the modem. But at this time, so they went and restarted my modem, and I had to wait to get it back on. Yeah, so we will soon be joining studio. I see the just coming up, so let me bring them on. And
Yeah.
okay, if you can see for yourself, I got all young people. I showed the pastor Lapan Pilot this afternoon before coming to the studio. I can see Siriki smiling because he got somebody down the road. He said he can go there in the evening. Good morning, good afternoon, guys. Good morning from my end.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay.
You see, it's in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee.
Yeah, good afternoon from your good morning from your end there. So basically we're gonna go straight into the show because we are like 12 minutes late. So we have our guest today, Aliu. He's a young man. He's waiting still to be there. So we'll go there for Aliu and Santra to introduce himself, and then we kick the show off.
Okay, good afternoon, General, and good afternoon to our listener. I'm Shetra Kiba, one of the co-hosts for this great show. So
Yeah, let's go to our guy there. He's now a stranger.
Yeah, so General,
Ali, go ahead.
to you. So I'm coming in good, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So greetings to you, and thank you guys for the opportunity. It's a privilege to be here and share my thoughts on critical national issues and perhaps provide evidence-based solutions to the problem we face in the country. So, like I said, my name is Ali Kiadi. I will say greetings to the listening audience out there. This conversation promises to be fascinating, and we are here waiting to kickstart the conversation.
Okay. Sidiki, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. You hear me?
Okay, guys, yes, loud and clear. Those of you in Radio Land in Liberia, my wonderful people I love so much, especially the women, hardworking people. The men, please don't feel bad, but the women are the bedrock of anything. Once you get good and strong women, you got a very good country. Because I consider the women as the neck of any institution. Because without the neck, there's no head. And also those of you watching us by Facebook and Twitter, if you got a Twitter account, you can follow me. If you're on YouTube, you can follow me. And we're gonna have a good conversation today. As I said before, this show is about the young people. I'm not here to bring people up who been in the game for a long time. There are a lot of young, talented Liberians that we can come up here and discuss because the future of Liberia is in their hands. They are the pressure juror of Liberia. So even if you look at Mr. Cummings today, you will see Mr. Cummings get young, smart, intelligent people around him, and they are so comfortable because I've never seen him yelling at them, treating them as if they are not important. But Liberians, I want you to open your eyes, open your mind, put partisan aside. Let us talk about Liberia, and let us be honest to ourselves today. Everything we're doing here is about Liberia. I do not love Mr. Cummings. I admire Mr. Cummings. I don't love no candidate, no politicians. I admire them if you got a good platform. If you don't, we can remain as a friend, but Liberia is bigger than you and I. I would not suppress Liberia for my selfishness. I would not do that, and I don't expect you to do that. So whether you support here, what Gonglo, you support President Weah, you supporting Joseph Newman Boaka, you supporting Mr. Cummings and Sarah Beslow, it's up to you. It is your right. According to the Constitution, nobody should stop you from participating. You choose not to participate. I know some of you guys wasted time without registering. But listen, you are still important. Although you register, but you can still play a role. You can talk to somebody who register and make them to understand, say, listen, I made a mistake. I never registered. I wish I could. So that is something that you will live with, because this election is very, very important to you and I. I got young people in the studio. I will ask them questions, whether they support Mr. Cummings or not. And I want you to listen to them because they like you. They're going to school. Some of them out of school. They're looking for a job, but they are fighting. They could be somewhere sinking. They could be somewhere else doing something different. But instead, they are all in this fight together. Because the country we have today, with the suffering that going on, with the hardship, you can't even afford food in the house. When you go to purchase your rice, they don't ask you for your partisan ID card, your party ID card. They don't ask you which party you belong to. When you're going to pay your children's school fees, they don't ask you which of the party you're from. When you walk in the street, you can't find taxi, you can't find car, but you got to walk from Lookington straight to Broad Street. Nobody asks you if you're supporting President Weah or you're supporting Mr. Cummings. We are all in this thing together. Any mistake we make this year, it will harm us. It will harm you. It will harm me. It will harm every politician, good politician, people who want change. Before I go to the studio, I will just go through my promo here, and I will say this. I have no apology to make to anyone. And the same thing, I don't expect you to apologize to anyone. You voted for President Weah because you believe at the time that President Weah was the best. You wanted change. You tried to bring change. But this is the change that you gave us, and this is the result. Do not blame yourself. There's a wonderful quote I always like to use. No decision is right until it is right. Because if we know about every decision will be right, there will be no mistakes. That means if you come into town, you say, oh yeah, today there will be no accident, but you cannot control it. So do not blame yourself. Whether you voted for President Weah, you voted for Mr. Cummings, you voted for this person, say, hey man, I'm regretting. Never regret. All you need to do is to recalibrate and say, the first decision I made, it was wrong. You see, so please, you can take the cow to the river. You can't force the cow to drink. You voted for President Weah. He leading in a bad way. It's not your business. You try your best. We can reverse everything and make it right. No matter how long you put a lizard, we can say red lizard, the one you can see running around shaking your head. You put it in the water, it will never turn to be crocodile. So for those of you who say, hey, I just love Mr. Cummings. Oh, I just love Mr. Bwaka. Stop it. It will not put food on your table. You need jobs. You need security. You need health. Road that they fix in, they put in front of your place. You ain't get a car. It will not put food on your table. But you need jobs. You need for business. Government can't employ everybody. In a country where you see government is the highest employer, the government fail because most of the salary will go to the people. But government need to create that nice avenue that people will bring businesses, companies, and the government must protect them, and then they will employ you. Government job, you don't get money in government. But in the private sector, you can become a millionaire in no time. You can do your own business. You don't have to, because the man that I am supporting and these people would support, and I want you to support him, he's a businessman. Business build the country. When you're a businessman, entrepreneur, we got young people doing businesses down Waterside, Pinsway, all over the place. They're struggling. Government's supposed to protect these people. Give them everything. If they employ one store boy, that's a family. The driver they employ, that's a family right there. That is why we talk about labor, dignity of labor. You should respect the man for the kind of job he's doing. Not because you see this man sweeping, young boy sweeping down the street, that means he ain't got no future. No, that's a lie. You go around the world today, you see young people at the airport cleaning up. After 2-3 years, when you get back there, they got new jobs. You see they drive new cars, but they are proud of the work because they respect it. When you see them cleaning up, you will not even throw dirt. They can call the police on you. They will find you. We ourselves can do it. These politicians continue to lie to us. They make us to understand politicians are politicians. They make us to understand only poor people supposed to run for office. When I hear people say, why Mr. Cummings can't come to Liberia and create jobs, he don't have to. If that's the case, why you never voted for Bernard Ure? Why you never voted for Oscar Cooper? Because these people created jobs and they got people working for them. So we should stop being our own problem. We should stop shooting ourselves in the head. Oh, because I love Mr. Cummings, so I will talk trash on this man. No. For me personally, and I know most of the people, we don't hate President Weah. We just cannot understand and we cannot stand the bad leadership of this government. After the Liberian people spent months, years to bring this man to power, who was once peace ambassador, who was once the darling boy of Liberia, who everybody thought loved Liberians, but just to find out that the surrounding and himself are getting richer. How can a man get turned to a millionaire in 5 years? It's impossible. Even if you're into a business, you project, you say, okay, in the next 10 years, the 200,000 I'm putting in the next 10 years, I will get my profit. That is how, I'm not a big businessman, but I believe we ourselves are our enemies. You can, because everybody is so corrupt. I myself am corrupt, yes, I can say so. Because when I sell something for $5, you want to buy it for, you want for somebody to buy it for $10. It's wrong because the government not regulating anything. If you get your children in a house and you can't discipline your children because leadership starts from the home, the people out there will say, oh, but what the papa doing? He can't take care of his son. Your son do it. And the same way the government don't. The government is so disrespectful. So all the citizens now say, well, you know what, God for all. The president said, Beat it, driver, beat it. If you die, that you're worried. God for us. When you get money, buy CCTV and put it in front of your house. You even get food to eat. How you put CCTV in front of your house? Why the government can put CCTV on Broad Street? Even if they put CCTV on Broad Street, no light, how it will work. So let the government who got the money put CCTV all over the country to stop the harassment and whatsoever. Our young children are on drugs. I saw a video where this man just hitting his head on the tree, on the light pole, and everybody laughing. Everybody laughing. It looked like a fun. It's not a fun. This man, he took a drugs that somebody brought in his country, and this guy was pumping his head on a aluminum pole because he's not to himself. That is terrible. This wonderful kush, our children are dying. Let us not joke about it. We get our disadvantaged youth. They're in the street. But we go, we call them Zogo, we give them money, they're comfortable. Now we expect them to vote. No. We need to take care of them. Not because Unity Party never take care of them, but they voted President We Are. In 2 times, President We Are gave them the first 5,000, 3 died that week. He gave them another 5,000, they disturbed the time. What kind of help we give our children? So my Liberian people, this election is important. Nobody tell you we'll have the golden touch, but look at the candidate. Listen to your candidate. Ask Mr. Cummings the question, how will you create jobs? How will you fix the economy? How will you fix the healthcare? Our people can't go to Cali Hospital. They can't go to government hospital before I say Cali Hospital. Asking how you will bring us together. Mr. Cummings is the only one been saying it. He has visited 73 districts. He gone to 15 counties. He been all over the place. He was just in Maryland, Giraji. He had to go through Ivory Coast to get there. It's shameful. That's why President We Are will not go there, because it looked bad for the president to go to Ivory Coast before going to Maryland. That's why they had a fake endorsement in Monrovia saying that they are Marylanders, but they are all voting in Montserrado. What sense it make? You see, you can't go to Riverside because the road is cut. You can't go to Sano. So when the other politician will go there, Mr. Tiawan Gonglo got 4 late cars, 3 broke down already just because he went all in the north, in the southeast. This is not fair. The child in Nima County should have the same benefit like the child in Montserrado. The child in Lofa should have the same thing. The other time the former vice president went to Lofa County, he came through Sierra Leone, but he was vice president for 12 years. So all these things we're talking about, Mr. Cummings is the only one with all he brought the ideas, his vision, but he looked for good people to carry on. Mr. Cummings been having interviews. He been to all the radio stations. He have had over 300 interviews. He have spoken to every little child who asked him questions. He talked about the budget. He talked about creating jobs. He said we need electricity. Electricity is the #1 thing in Liberia. When you get electricity, you get good schools, you got good hospital. When you get good drinking water, you will kill typhoid. We need to clean the city. Mr. Cummings is not the government. Mr. Cummings paid taxes. Mr. Cummings never made one appointment in government. Mr. Cummings never represented the country. So the government is responsible. The former government is responsible. So my Liberian people, we got less than 90 days to go. If you have not made up your mind and you stay sinking around the town, whatever you put on our soil, if you put pepper seed, you will get pepper seed. If you put okra, you will get okra. So you can't make mistakes 2 times. They say first food and not food. None of these people feeding you. Your representative, you voted for them for 6 years. Now one day they came to your house to ask you how your children doing. Now one day, when you hear people saying that president know my name, it mean that he know your name, but he doing things that benefiting you. Look at our children. Look at our young girls selling plenty chairs, selling water in the street, because some of them don't want to do what the other people doing. They are vulnerable, my people. How can you see a 9-year-old girl selling? You can't do nothing to the man or pa because there is no free education. But if you have a free education and that child in the market selling 10 o'clock, the government can go after the man and pa say, why little baby girl not in class? Why she not in school? Because we got free education. That's what the people can do in the country. If my child don't go to school, They might end up taking me to court. If my child don't go to school, they would know. They say, why you register the child? Because it's free education in America. You won't carry your child to private school or your business. So the same thing in Liberia. Government is responsible for roads, hospitals, schools. All the other ones we will do ourselves. All the money we're stealing, the money the government stealing, they're supposed to put in education. The president just went to Israel a few days. That money could be used for our nurses. Our civil servants can never get paid. You got to steal to build a house. But by the time they are promoted to assistant minister, deputy minister, in 1 month, they get brand new house, they get new car. What is going on? We must stop corruption. We're not minimizing it. Because even they say stop corruption, they say they will jail you, they will hang you. Some people will still steal. So when they catch you, you will feed it. That's why Mr. Cummings is saying that I will prosecute people. When I become president, you steal, we will confiscate your property. You can't be bluffing. Because in Liberia, we don't sue. You cost me, I let it go. You take money from me, I let it go. Oh, just leave it with God. We can't leave it with God this time. Our people are suffering. Our country need to be developed. Our country need to be fixed. We need law and order. Every day you go to justice. Do you know why Mr. Cummings went to court? God sent Mr. Cummings to court so he will see it for himself. So he will know how bad the justice system looks. How the common man who cannot afford it, how they can suffer. You got a case, you go to court, you write, the judge look in your face and kick you outside. Your own lawyer will turn around and buy the property while he's fighting for you because he said you don't get money and everything go free. For Senator Milton Tiaji and took this lady car. What happened? The woman stay crying, her pa died. He took the woman BMW for nothing. This is not fair. But then we turn around and look at people who struggling, making money. We envy each other. When Belete passed, so you say, oh, Belete corrupt. Belete never work in government. Belete is a businessman. I want to be more than Belete. I want to do business and be more than Belete. But when the government is corrupt, you can't do a good business. So people who supported Mr. Cummings, these are the people who want change. When you support him, you're going to also say, oh, your future finished. How can you say my future finished? Who are you to determine my future? Who are you? Oh, you supporting Mr. Cummings? You ain't ready yet. Oh, the person said this. You're not ready yet. But I will end with this before I go to my people in studio. I will be clear with you. CDC and UP are bad for Liberia. If you got a change, if you believe in the change you brought before, you can keep it. Or we move forward. Don't go backward. In this election, I will be honest with you, it's Mr. Cummings, Tiawan Gonglo, Sarah Beslow, Dr. Moniba supposed to be arguing by this time because they are the fresh beef. You look at Mr. Cummings' platform. If you turn to Tiawan platform, it's the same Mr. Cummings' platform. I will tell you the real truth, but guess what? Mr. Cummings is the one who telling us how he would do it and how it's supposed to work. He is the only one with the ideas. He is the only one who a manager who know how to create jobs. Then when you look on the other side, you got a lawyer, a smart young woman. I consider them the bridge. When Mr. Cummings is moving into the 21st century, where the young people will be prepared to take over. Smart woman, know how to. She knows exactly what to do. She understands the law. So nobody can push her around. She's not just a puppet to Mr. Cummings. She's a partner. And she will tell Mr. Cummings the truth. And then that is what Mr. Cummings is looking for. He wants for somebody to tell him the truth. That is why when you see us speaking, we can talk to Mr. Cummings behind closed door and tell him how we feel. So I will not take more other time. I got a gentleman in the studio called Aliyu. Aliyu is the Secretary General for the Youth of ANC, which now is CPP. And don't forget, there is no Liberty Party on the ballot. There is no ANC on the ballot. The ballots that you will see when you go to vote, it will have on a CPP with the two logos, ANC and Liberty logo will be on it. And you will see this handsome and beautiful face. You will see the name Alexander Cummings and Charlene Bromsky. And then you can cast your vote. Don't let nobody lie to you. There is no ANC. A CPP. So they going in your community and saying that, oh, if you don't see Mr. Cummings on the ANC, don't vote. That's a propaganda. You go there, it's CPP. CPP is alive. All the things we've been talking today, you go to NEC, you see CPP. Oh, CPP this, CPP that. We kept CPP. We fought for CPP. With our blood and sweat. Mr. Cummings was the best chairman of CPP when we won almost every seat. That was brought Dara Zillon to power. It brought Yombly to power. It brought the guy from Bonkante. It brought Simeon Taylor from power. All these people, they were elected under the name CPP. And they are still CPP senator, whether they like it or not. But they try to be the prodigal kids, not son again anymore, because they got a woman there and that their business. But to show to you, Mr. Cummings is a leader. And we told you that CPP will stand. Yombly said she's the leader of LP. Let her go and register Zago. No way. It's proven and convinced to the world that CPP is alive. Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer. Charlie is the vice standard bearer. Musa Belete is the chairman. And we all are member of CPP. Okay, Shadrach, give me you before I go to Aliyu. You in the vanguard. You've been going around. You take your time. Every day you to that party headquarters, you're talking to people. I saw a long time of video of you talking to your friends. You stay into the struggle. Your friends going to CDC, they enjoy it. But the same people that said they enjoy it, they will come back and say, my man, and I say, oh, me. So all that muya, why you go there too? Why? Tell me something, Shadrach.
Okay, thank you, General. Let me tell you this, and I can always tell people, now we shouldn't be a belly-driven politician. Now we need to focus on Liberia. If you are in the politics, you need to work to see Liberia changing. We need to go around the rare people that will change Liberia. Today, if you join the CDC, and what you will be earning for yourself, and then 85% of 90% of our citizens are suffering. There is no electricity. There is no job. There is no good health care because of what you're getting. You feel satisfied. I think it will not be fun. Serious thing. So we will remain with Mr. Cummings because we know what Mr. Cummings will bring to the table. Let us look at Jefferson Kochi. Jefferson Kochi, years back, he was suffering. He never had anything. And now they make him just look at or apartment or he look at the other car, he just buy it. He's not thinking on his young friends. They are suffering. Most of our colleagues today, they are sitting. They don't have job. They graduate from high school. There is no way for them to enter university. But the only thing politicians love for us to do to be behind them, to be chanting battle cry. I graduate from that stage. We need to change Liberia. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to Aliyu. Aliyu, what's your position again with the youth?
So I'm the Secretary General of the ANC Youth Congress, and that makes me the Secretary General of the CPP Youth Congress.
Good. That means you're too powerful, man. To see a young man, you are the secret man. You the one can keep all the poor documents. I want you to tell me something and you talking to the people who listen to you, although I am listening to you too. As a young man, what are some of the strategies? Because election is just right around the corner. Maybe you've been doing some stuff, you've been going around. All you need now is to reawaken yourselves. So tell me, are some of the things that you believe that yes, I have done a work and I'm ready to get the results. Tell me what are some of the things you've been doing, because when the election is over, everybody go home. You can't see nobody, but I notice, and I'll be honest with you, not because I am a member, but I noticed that ANC is the fastest growing political party and well organized party. So what you guys been doing for the last 5 years, and now we're coming to elections. What guarantee you can give Mr. Cummings, or tell your people out there, your young friends who look like you, who think like you, or sometimes don't think like you? What the message? What are you putting in place? What confidence? What you want to give them? Well, tell me something about the youth play. What you've been doing?
Thank you. So the Youth Congress at the level of the Alternative National Congress, has been visualizing through the eyes of his political leader, that is Mr. Comis. When you listen to the messages from Mr. Comis, he's so genuine and passionate about his vision for Liberia, the things he would love to see happening for young people, the opportunities and the environment to create and innovate so that young people can begin to explore their delivery capacity. These are things that have been driving us at the level of the Youth Congress. And that is why we organize a robust recruitment exercise on the different campuses of universities. We went to the University of Liberia, we recruited colleagues, we talked to our friends, we convinced them, we delivered the Comis's agenda for Liberia. And our argument is that, look, realistically, there are three front runners on the presidential line. You have the CDC, President Weah, you have the CPP, Mr. Comis, the fixer, you have the JMB, the rescue mission. So you look at these people, you see President Weah as the president. There's no way he can argue change. He cannot campaign on the basis of change, even though in the yesteryears in 2017, we had this mirage of a slogan called Change for Hope. And then we have seen the change they have ushered in. Today, our nation is on a path of an imminent slide into a failed state. Corruption is so grand in our country. Impunity among those who are very close to power is so obvious. Drugs is on the increase, the ghettos are expanding. Poverty is so widespread. Ignorance is pervasive among our people. No investment opportunity, no employment opportunity, even though the so-called Popo agenda said in 5 years they were going to create 1 million jobs for Liberian people. Today, even a Fuller Bread company, President Weah didn't bring to Liberia. So you see, there's no way these people can argue that they are going to usher in any meaningful change, because we have experienced the change, we are living the change. There's nothing there to align our people beyond President Weah, because even President Weah, the sin of the CDC government is so unforgivable that Liberian people will punish them at the battle comes October 10th. Now you move to Ambassador Bouaka. This man is a throwback to the past. His combined years in power is in an excess of more than 4 decades. There is no trace of legacy. There is no blueprint. There is no meaningful contribution that this man can point to. And the irony at once is that they keep laying claims on the successes of Madam Sadiq government. When you talk to them, they say, look, Madam Sadiq government attracted foreign direct investment to the country, and so Bouaka share in that glory, in that success. Madam Sadiq government established anti-graft institutions, and so Bouaka share in that success. But if you come on the flip side of the argument, you say Madam Sadiq government attracted foreign direct investment, so Bouaka share in the success. But then what about those concessions that are considered bogus? They say, no, Bouaka not part of that one at Elling. So you see the hypocrisy. When you talk about setting the anti-graft institutions, you say Bouaka served in that government. But when you reference the statement from Madam Sadiq that corruption was a vampire in the very government, they say, no, Bouaka was only vice president. He not part of that one. So you can't have it both ways. You claim the sources and distance yourself from the excesses. That is hypocrisy. And any leader who doesn't take responsibility for things that happen on you, then you are a misleader. You should be far from power. You don't take responsibility, but you claim successes and bring yourself forth for glory, then you are a misleader. Secondly, JMB, one of the quality of a very good leader, you must be decisive. The indecisiveness of this old man is so visible to the blind and even audible to the deaf. This man is not decisive, he's ineffective. You need hands-on leader. where President Weah is plunging this country now, you need a leader with the energy to come and get things moving again. He's a reluctant leader. He's tired and exhausted. And if you become president, those around you become the real power. And who are those around this old man? You get the famous corruption King Kong from Bombing, Ellis Tyler. You get the notorious warlord Prince Johnson. And you have taken his son, which in the diplomatic circle, it will appear like showing a center finger to the great United States of America. Come to Mr. Cummings. There's a man who is the most realistic choice for our country. He's a breath of fresh air. There's a man who has presided over a multi-500 Fortune company, the Coca-Cola, with direct supervision over maybe more than 190 countries around the world, managing billions of dollars. He has been audited consistently, and he has come out clean. In a country like Liberia, still struggling to reach $1 billion budget, even though the loudmouth Samuel Twe is always on the radio boasting of raising our budget to $1 billion. At the end of the day, people stay protesting for salary. But that is Samuel Twe and the citizen government. So Mr. Cummings is saying these people, investors, only come to your country when they trust the government on ground, when they trust the rule of law, they trust the security system, they trust the electricity, the road connectivity and infrastructure around here. But President Weah, you see the ghettos are expanding. They are using the ghettos and those they call Zogos, those who are falling victim of a socially condemned livelihood. They use them as a paramilitary group to perpetuate themselves in power. They empower those people in the ghettos, give them opinion and push so that they can go after their perceived political opponents. When Mr. Cummings speaks to the people, he gave them hope. He tells you that we will attract investment to this country, and there's no debate about that because Mr. Cummings himself, I refer to him as the manager-in-chief. He's a stalwart. He's a magnet amongst the community of investors across the continent and the world at large. He knows these people, and they trust that he can be able to protect their investment in Liberia. So this man is absolutely crystal. Ever since he came to Liberia, they have tried to model him like the other traditional Liberian politicians. Before they support you, they must sense that you have certain skeleton in your closet, so that just in case their hands are found in the cookie jar, they will make reference to your skeleton, so that will render you useless to go after them. That is why these people are aligning behind JMB, abandoning the quest of the Liberian people. Most of them think that this old man will only go for maybe not more than 1 term, or he might not even end the first term. So it is an opportunity for them to take power, to seize power. You sense the agenda, you see the agenda and the animating factor to which these people are aligning behind JMB. But Mr. Cummings is seen as a vibrant leader, and he's somebody who might go 2 terms. So they can't wait that long to see things changing dramatically. And Mr. Cummings' presidency will change the way our people think, and will no longer vote for leaders on the basis of sharing t-shirts and paying people, cooking for people to eat. It will be based on the issues that will be impactful to our people. Issue about job creation, issue about security, issue about electricity, infrastructure, technology, agriculture. These are genuine and substantive issues that Mr. Cummings is so passionate about. And you cannot doubt his credential to attract those things to our country because he's trusted, he has the pedigree, he has the intimidating credential.
Okay, let me hold you there. Let me hold you there. No, I think I will have to bring you back on. I am impressed. You know, this is where we beat most of these guys. When you ask the other side, tell me what your guy did in 12 years. Just give me 1 or 2 tangibles. Some of them don't know the year Bouaka was born. Some don't even know. But I see you giving a play-by-play description of Alex Cummings, who, yes, you supporting and you understand this man. You giving a history of this man, why you believe you supporting him, a young man. I'm very impressed. But let me go back to you again. People will ask and say, but Ali, you ain't got a job. You need to come and join the CDC. Why you still wasting your time? You been behind Mr. Cummings for 6 years. What you tell these people? What you tell them? I see the gun off or the camera is off.
All right. You getting me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your camera is off. But no problem, I can hear you. So what message you got for them? Because some people say, but Aliyu, why you be wasting your time behind Mr. Cummings? Mr. Cummings is good, but Mr. Cummings can't win. Mr. Cummings is this. Because some people don't believe in anything. But what will you tell your friends out there? What you believe? What you believe? I say, listen, I'm a young man. I'm looking for a job, yes. But this is what I believe in. I want you to talk to your friends, your crowd group that you see every day. Some of them supporting CDC, some of them supporting UP. But sometimes they tell you, what are you wasting your time for? The whole election here is just between George Weah and and UP. I want you to talk to them directly.
Thank you. For me, I believe in competence. And that is why I told people the Amanda and Awetu, when that take you to the presidency, after the election, what is required of you to deliver is competence. If you look at all these people, I personally graduated from the Stella Maris Polytechnic University. So I got my degree in civil engineering. So I don't necessarily need government job from the CDC. And I benefited from the Cummings Africa Foundation. I went to Stella Maris, graduated with a degree in civil engineering. So even outside of the presidency, Mr. Cummings is making impact. So we tell young people, compare the CDC regime. How many young people are in the ghettos today? The government has absolutely no plan to salvage the situation in the ghettos, to solve the problem about Kush and all of that. And if you want to aspire to be somebody, like my mom told me one time, she said, Aliyu, if you want to take a wife, you should consider your daughter being like that woman. If you accept that your daughter can be like that woman, then go ahead and marry her. And you, my daughter, if you accept that your son be like that guy, then go ahead and marry him. Mr. Cummings is an inspiration that every young Liberian can aspire to be like. So he's a beacon light of hope. There's a man who came from Liberia, Point Four. He went to demonstration school. He went as far as corporate America and excel. That alone is an inspiration. And all of the things he did, Mr. Cummings told me one time, all of the places I work, people overlook me until they saw me at the top.
Yep.
Is that an inspiration for a group of Liberians youth? Yes, of course. What do you aspire to be? What are your legacy? Today you have the Cummings Africa Foundation, even though he's not president yet, and that foundation is offering scholarship to scholars in all of the different universities across the country. I'm a beneficiary of that scholarship. Today at the AMU University, he donated 100,000 United States dollars for the establishment of the Alexander Benedict Cummings Graduate School. You go to the University of Liberia, there's a modern computer lab established there through the donation and instrumentality of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings. During the COVID-19, Mr. Cummings donated 150,000 United States dollars to his foundation in the fight against coronavirus. These are things that are serving as inspiration for some of us, that we don't care about the instant coffee solution that the CDC is trying to seduce us with. Because for them, the young people are just like stepping stone for their enjoyment and personal aggrandizement. President Weah, you look in the CDC, yeah, the ghetto is expanding right under President Weah's nose. Is that hope for young people? Is that your plan for our country? So if I'm foreign president, we are now. Should I go to Jamaica and join the Bawagons or smokers? You get Zogos in the ghettos, but you also have Zogos in long convoys today. Zogos are also riding long convoys. So Zogos are not the only people you refer to like in dirty clothes and in the ghettos. But Zogos are in long convoys today. And when Intel say you see them parking all off the road and riding with a long convoy, these people have no vision for the. So we go to these young people and say, look, one of the major characteristic of a good leader is consistency. Since Mr. Cummings enters Liberian politics from 2017 till now, he has been consistent in all of the things he said. From 2017, he talked about raising our country budget. In 2023, he's still saying the same thing. He talked about attracting foreign direct investment since 2017. In 2023, he's still saying the same thing. He talked about agriculture and tourism. So you can see the path of consistency. Ask other political leaders today, they have forgotten some of the things they said in 2017, and it is no longer a priority to them. So you see the pattern in how they flip-flop. This man is so genuine, and he served as a motivation for me because I want to be successful than Mr. Cummings. I want to have a lasting legacy across the world. Today, he's regarded as a global corporate leader. People call him to places to provide his expertise. Is that an inspiration for a young man like me and other young people in the country? Of course, yes. You want to have a leader who is respected globally. You want to be proud of your leader when he's making representation for your country outside. You don't want to bow your head in shame when your leader is speaking order about those who order. You don't want that.
Okay, let me hold you there, Aliyu. Aliyu, I am impressed. And I will say it yet, you are free to come on the show anytime you are available. And for those of you who listen to us by the way of radio and internet and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, this is Aliyu. He's the Secretary General of the ANC, now CPP, and a young man. You see, sometimes when the guys devote their time to politics, it's good because you know what? There's no job. There is no job. Instead of them going around begging or sinking or standing to Jamaica resort door and saying muya muya muya, they put their time going through things. They could be like the other our brothers who say they are the best politician in Liberia. There's a young man. What this man is saying, I've been saying it. Mr. Cummings invests so much into education, so much into health. He believed in the youth that Liberia will one day be with the young people no matter what. The old politicians start from Ellen Johnson time, let me be honest. But I got a very good friend, or Liberian or patriot, who been on social media. We've been fighting and talking to our people. His name is Prince Williams. You will sometimes hear his name, Prince. But this guy loves his country. He was once the former president of the Liberian community in I think Ohio, but he will tell you. But he's on the internet. He believes in Mr. Cummings' agenda. He tells you every day. But I will bring him on, and when I bring him on, we will talk a little bit about Joseph Juma Boaka. We will talk a little bit about the Henry Costa confession and the truth about it. We'll be honest, we're not going to get you off the hook. We want to tell you how wicked and how dishonest this former vice president is. It's a reason. The same man they used to destroy the CPP, that's the same man God using to expose the dishonesty. So I will bring on my brother and friend Prince Williams, who's relaxing right now in his comfort of his residence. Mr. Williams, how are you? Unmute yourself. Unmute. You muted. Okay, good.
Yes, thank you very much, General. How you doing?
Well, thank you, my brother. I've been trying to get you, but anyway, finally, you the corner now. You've been promoted to the corner rank. And some people don't understand when we're giving this position, they think that we're fighting war. But they don't know in politics and in advocacy, we got generals, we got lieutenant generals, we got captains, we got all kinds of ranks. So you are the colonel. So, Colonel Prince, tell me something. You are talking to your Liberian people. You are live on 96.1 that goes almost in the entire country. I want you to speak to the old man. Tell them where you from. Which part of Liberia you live, because when I try to check the places you live, my brother, I don't know. Some people think that we don't know Liberia. So you got it too. I give it to you, Prince.
First of all, thank you very much. Again, you're right. My name is Prince Williams. If you find me on Facebook, you see my name Prince. It's because God blessed me with 3 sons, and each of them first name is Prince. So in order to honor their legacy, I have my name on Facebook, Prince. It's no intention to harm myself.
Why? So you just broke something on this show here, because I've been asking myself why I went to Prince. Okay, I think I'll put MMM on my own too.
Well, okay, thank you very much. Well, I grew up in West Point. I was born in Kedabutam, a small town between Dolostown and Semenotes in Firestone. I grew up there. I went to school on Conala Academy. I went to school on Boston. I went to school CWA, St. Patrick. And God blessed me to come to America. And I've been here with and raising my family. I have a lovely wife and beautiful kids. And I started to hear about Cummings just at the time when I was about to get into Liberia national politics, because I served at a community level. I was a community leader in the states. I'm in Tennessee, Liberian community leader, and I was not allowed to be in politics until my tenure is over. So just about the time I was deciding to join the CDC, because I have families and friends in the CDC that was encouraging me to be a part of the grassroots movement. First of all, I must say I respect the CDC. I'm not talking about the coalition. I'm not talking about the current CDC. I'm talking about the Congress of Democratic Change, a grassroots movement that I identify with because I grew up in West Point, and I knew what it was. I grew up with my grandmother. I understood what it was to be hungry, but that movement was taken over by people who are greedy and selfish. And I want to say that the Liberian people will vote again for change. In 2017, the Liberian people voted for change. They didn't vote because we was the best soccer player. They didn't vote because we could speak, all the big book. They voted because they believe that we are upbringing, the way he was brought out, the kind of the life he experienced, that he was going to change the country. But they saying that we came and not to change the country, but were to change the lives of his surrogates and himself. And today they are one of the more richest people in West Africa. The Jefferson Koji, the Nathan Magee, the Fina Bono, the George Weah, they live in so much wealth today that they are buying property in the United States. Some of who been in America here who been struggling, we barely getting by, but Fina Bono then, George Weah then got multi-million-dollar property because they stole from the Liberian people, and today they are rich themselves. So the Liberian people will vote for change. And what do I mean by change? Any Liberian you speak to, including the young man in the studio, I was just sitting back here relaxing and say, let me just enjoy myself. When the general on the front line or the corner, then you be manning the position. But when I heard that young man talking, and the young man in the studio, Siliki, and the young man I just spoke, it touched my heart. It made me to say then it would be unfair for me to sit in America in my comfort and not add my voice to the young people that are in that country, who are the direct victim of the kind of a condition that all politicians brings upon them. So I'm here to just add my voice, General. I'm here to speak to my mom, who the other day called me and were complaining. I want call on Spoon. I want call on the other show. That I ain't got my phone my call can't go through. Mama, what happened? Why you want call? She said, "Hey, my heart when the people be talking, that we the people our mind already made up that Joseph Boakai we want." So you can hear my heart when the people be talking that. Because what the people can say that Joseph Boakai I want, what they can say we the Liberian people. And not all want Joseph Boakai and the United Party. She said, I served in the AFL for almost 30 years. But Joseph Boakai then came with the United Party, they disbanded us. They didn't pay our pension. So we all living living in the slum. So you think I want for them to come back again after 2 years? I said, Mama, that's the thing you need to be able to just go around and talk to your people. So I'm here today to add my voice to this discussion. Thank you very much for the privilege again. Young man in the studio, thank you very much for speaking out. Siddiqui, thank you very much for what you do. General, God bless you for being on the front line. Thank you.
Okay, but I want you to get on this topic. And I want those of you who listening to us, this elections, UP and CPP are not in the same, we're not in the same party. We are into a tournament and we must play each other. President Weah, by default, either by hope or crook, he will get into the second round. The question here, who is more prepared, ready to facing President Weah? When we facing President Weah, that's it. And I'll be honest with you again. When I look at the other candidates, they want change. Nobody will look at the Ellis Cummings change and take President Weah. We cannot bring UP back to power. It's not a change. We know all these things are going on. We want to be honest with you. We fought UP for 12 years for the corruption. This is not about going back. 2017, they never ran on Ellen record. They throw it aside. They said they were packed. Now today they're telling you at least the cup of rice was $10 in Ellington. No, it was still expensive. We're looking for somebody who will make it right. We're looking for somebody who will teach us how to fish. Springs, you've been on social media. We fought Henry Costa. We told him all kinds of things that, Henry, you are wrong going after Mr. Cummings. Henry Costa was all over the place. Mr. Baka was happy. Mr. Baka come to the States. He and Henry Costa together. Everywhere. They tell him, they gave him all kinds of news. They came about even the health bill. They said that Mr. Baka is okay, and we all know that for you to be president of Liberia, you must do your physical. We should make sure that you all intact. The same way when you go to look for a job, when you go into school. But to our surprise, Henry Costa is saying that Mr. Baka is dishonest. Mr. Baka tried to give the Wologisi Mountain to a business people that Henry Costa presented to him. And finally, we have seen that Mr. Baka pushed Henry Costa and the ALP party under the bus to bring in Jeremiah Kuhn. He don't speak to all these guys. What you want to say about this? Some people say it's not truth. Oh, the one Henry. But I just listened to an audio by Mr. Baka's son, who admitted that yes, we went to Ghana. Yes, it was true that we met the business people. They gave us an offer, but we refused it. And Henry Costa was in a meeting for 2 hours and they tried to push this whole thing. But we can't get it off the hook. We just want to tell Liberia how dishonest Mr. Baka is. I want you to talk on this, and Prince, and I want you to put everything and talk to the old man that all the things they see people that will work for today. Every time they can. Mr. Cummings didn't like it. Today, we in the CPP, they are out of the CPP. I want you to speak to the Liberian people who've been following us for a long time. Give me your honest opinion on that, Prince.
You know, thank you very much, General. And thank you for bringing this topic, so we can talk about it, so our people can understand exactly what's happening. You know, when I was coming out as a child, my grandma used to tell me, Prince, be careful what you do, because the thing you do today, tomorrow it can follow you. And she said, and then she used to say, 99 days for rule, 1 day for master. And what she was trying to tell me is that when you keep doing things in secret, one day, that thing you do in secret will come to life. I'm trying to say this, that, you know, Honorable Joseph Baka, Ambassador Joseph Baka, Mayor Joseph Baka of the People Redemption Council have always been smart to be behind the scene doing things, and nobody can tell that he's doing it secretly, and keep quiet and calm, and nobody know. But today now, we all hearing it now, we're seeing it for ourselves. We're getting to know the very true person called Joseph Nyuma Baka, that all the people who have worked with him on summertime, kind of do time, to Amos Sawyer time, to Ellen Johnson Sedi time. They can always have problem with him, but nobody know why. They fighting here, they call CPP here. When they bring the thing up, they say the thing here was going to be for Liberian people, to help the Liberian people, just in case we have failed them. The CPP thing was not something to say, oh, we establishing the thing here so we can get rid of because we don't like him. No, it was a way to say, okay, the Liberian people trust that we are. So let's do something in case we are don't do what is supposed to do for Liberian people. Then the Liberian people can say they can be the one that will make the decision now. They can bring all the politicians together, and they can be able to look at all the politicians and on what the web people call the Margaret School, or clear your eye and see them Google and decide which one they want. When they brought the thing up, and the general come and say, you know what? Me, I can't go clean here. I don't want to be part of that thing there. Y'all can go do your thing. Joseph Parker called the general come in there and say, my son can't. When you can't Liberian politics, you can't get and be by yourself. I know you, you know me. When I used to go to Atlanta, I used to visit you, I eat in your house, you help my foundation, you raise money for me. Come, my son. You and Bronsky, you can. What I will do now, I retire now. Oh, I will bring you all together, introduce you to the Liberian people, and maybe I will lift both of your hand up. The Liberian people will get something they can know that will help them in case we have failed them. So come and say, okay, come and join this CPP. He and Bronsky. Unfortunately, Bronsky was not feeling well. Bronsky was sick. Something happened to him. Unfortunately, he died. Peace be to his soul. When Bronsky died now, Baga now that told come, Lord, do the thing here so I can live. He jumped up. He told Bernard Ure, say Bernard Ure, and they think between that me and the man here, the man by just coming. I've been here a long time. Me, I changed my mind now. I don't want to be the person now. Go tell him, say, you might choose me. I just try to say if I can explain this thing here so we can get the background. And we saw it in the CPP. They all jump on the gang up against this man. They start saying all kind of things. They say they men are work in the people where people come to where I myself work. Well, when you do something, where man can look at it 3 times, Google where Apple. When you make small message, where man can call in the office and they say the man small document. They may change the document. They told the man to quote. Joseph Baga told the people. More Ali they were going around. Oh, you know the party got nothing to do with the thing here. The thing here that between Bernard Ure and Cummings, we got nothing to do with it. And now we the one kept Cummings or Kodo. All of them swear on the oath that they didn't know nothing but it. Joseph Baga went and testify against this man. In fact, when they asked him in the court, do you know Cummings? He said he never seen the man before. The only time he saw the man was CPP. Now they see man he that used to get him money for a foundation. He used to come to America and sleep in the man house in Atlanta. So my point, what I'm trying to say here, my people, Baga has always been honor money people. He did the same thing to Ellen. That why Ellen today, you think Ellen that look at the man and say, oh, we are in the same school. We are friends. We in there. We grew up together. Can't be my vice president. You think Ellen, they man, they didn't do something to Ellen when I come and say, come here, I will make you take over for me and carry my legacy. He did something to Ellen. The same thing, honor my Ellen. And today we're hearing it now from Henry Costa, his son. The very son he gave traditional Ninto, he gave traditional Ganto, when his son was insulting and saying that the opposition would never come together. The CPP will be destroyed. The CPP who are Liberian people, sweetheart, who brought Darrell Dillon to make senator, who made Yobli Kanga senator. Costa said he would destroy that CPP, will never happen. And Joseph Baga was there giving Costa traditional name. Today, Costa now, they think arrangement between here and Joseph Baga. The reason you see Costa vest now, it's not because Joseph Baga choose although a part of it, but not because Joseph Baga choose Jeremiah Kun. They think Costa vest because the people that Costa brought for them to get the money for the campaign. Joseph Baga left from Liberia and get on the plane in the night. He went to Ghana, met with the people, start to talk bad thing about Costa, honor man Costa. Start saying all kind of things. Costa is this, Costa is that. You give me the money. The people say no. That Costa, we know. He got very sick because the people ain't getting the money. He got very. He walked away. He left. The people in the meeting. He just get on the plane. He just came home. When Costa, the people told Costa, Costa called him. He was embarrassed on the phone call. Costa got a recording. He apologized to Costa and said, Costa, sorry, that bad thing I did, but sorry. I'm trying to just tell you that Joseph Boakai has always been the kind of old man from young boy day to old man day that had not been sincere. You know what, General? You are here, the thing I love about you tell people the truth. You look at my face, you say, Prince, my man, Prince, you know, don't say it the way, don't say it the way. But, and for that reason, it made me to be able to be the kind of person I end up, you know, when I'm talking, I say, oh, you know what, the General didn't let the thing I say. But Joseph Boakai not be that kind of person. You do something to Joseph Boakai, you'll be saying that quiet, be looking at you. As soon as you think about it, you tell somebody about it, and you hold it against you. Today, what Costa is saying, something, they all know the truth. Do I believe Costa? I don't know. I was not there. The only person who can tell the truth that Joseph Boakai. And the thing is, the sad thing is, because the cookie thing here is exposed now. When the thing came out, Joseph Boakai told the party chairman, go on BBC, tell the people that are lie. It never happened. The party chairman went on BBC and told the man asking questions. Joseph Boakai meet with people in Ghana. He said that lie. Aaron Costa lying. It never happened. Aaron Costa is a liar. He's a blackmailer. It never happened. That man lied to the international community. The party chairman, who put that party chairman there? And that Joseph Boakai himself, you know, he moved Abi Moda, he moved what they call it, man, Mo Ali, and replaced them because he wanted they men here. Now, unfortunate for him now, he didn't know. His own son now make a recording and say that yes, the meeting happened. Oh, General, you see how God can expose people?
Okay, let me hold you there, please. Let me hold you there. My people are bigger. Y'all hear the Prince talking here. This is where I wanted for Prince to reach. This Luther Tappe guy, ain't your pastor, Prince? Ain't a pastor or reverend?
Man, the thing, I myself, man, I went to Bible school and evangelist. The man that pastor, the man me all embarrassed. I don't even know what to say again.
I said, my Liberian people, let me tell you. Look, we hate nobody in Liberia.
General.
Yeah.
The man was a same guy. They caught in stealing LEC.
Oh, wait. Are you serious that they passed up from Unity Party chairman? He stole LEC too?
The man stole LEC, they caught him.
So now I believe they say when you steal, when you lie, you can steal. Then when you start stealing, you will kill. Now, but nobody put finger in Joseph Boakai, Jojo, son Muff, to come back and let them communicate with each other. And you see Liberian people. A whole pastor went to BBC and said Mr. Boakai never went to Ghana. Then Mr. Boakai, son.
They didn't compare, no, because you see, Jojo say when a part doing things, a part don't tell him. He didn't know a part can do things behind in secret. When a part was getting Jeremiah Kun, a part didn't tell him. He didn't know. So Joseph Boakai can do things behind a chair and he didn't tell him.
Yeah, because Jojo said he got to know, I think 3 days to Jeremiah. So, but why the woman drag his son? But another thing, Prince, this is a serious thing. We all know that a political leader must produce the health bill to say, yes, I'm okay to be president because we can call you anytime. But we noticed, according to Henry Costa, and we said it long time, this old man get a pacemaker. The old man is sick. In our constitution, Article 63, I think in A, where they say if the president is incapacitated and he's sick and whatsoever, the legislature can come out and say, listen, man, we can't continue this thing. Now, everybody is aware that Mr. Boakai is not feeling good. Jeremiah Kun is telling people that, well, it's the chance for us. Right after the election, who knows? Something will happen. That means I will be the next person there. But you see how Sir Joseph played the old man. God, my man, God is wonderful. God just confused everybody. Mr. Boakai went to Sir Joseph to ask Sir Joseph if this meeting was true. Sir Joseph said, oh, that CDCO, because Sir Joseph don't want for Henry Costa to run against him. He told Mr. Boakai, don't speak to Henry Costa. You see the whole thing here? The old man left and went to him.
General, because the how Joseph Boakai can do. He can talk so and talk so he go all the other side and talk. Why are you going to Sir Joseph asking Sir Joseph?
He went to Sir Joseph in a different party.
Yeah, Sir Joseph is for the ruling party. If you in bed with Sir Joseph, then it worries me. You know what somebody told me? You know, somebody told me I will break it on the show. I will break that breaking news on the show. Go ahead, General.
Yeah. So you see how Sir Joseph benefited? Then Sir Joseph make the old man to put a woman pay against Costa. So Costa was left out. Now, I want to believe, yes, there was some business people that offered them money. But the woman was confused. He thought that CDC money. Now, who are these people? Tonight, Henry Costa got to tell us. Let Mr. Bwaka tell us. Who are these people that he met with? They are foreigners, they are Russians, and you are trying to bring the money in the country to come run election. And all these things. Now, Sir Joseph confusing. But the real CDC agent is Jeremiah Kuhn. Jeremiah Kuhn is the real CDC agent.
Let me put something in there so our people can understand. Joseph Bwaka didn't care about whether it was CDC money or not CDC money. He didn't care. The old man said he would dance with the devil. He would dance with the devil. The old man, you think if the old man know, okay, you know what, that CDC money and CDC people lying to me, so I will not go to Ghana. Why you think the old man in here condition? The old man get high condition. He get on a plane in the night. You know that plane, when the plane go up, hey, calm down, boo, you're hacking. Hey, that old man something could happen to him on that plane. But you think the old man took that risk and go to Ghana in the net to meet up people because he cared what CDC money or not CDC money? The old man wanted the money for them to put the money in your hand. The people said no, that what made the old man vest. So people keep saying, oh, the old man is a man of integrity. He walked away for $30 million. That's not true. The people said they not put the money in your hand. He wanted for them to put the money in your hand. Ain't that why you are buying muffin here in Costa? Oh, that boy, why you go to the labor is not even ready yet. Ain't that why you're talking about those things? So let me just make that clear. The old man not care where the money coming from. If he care where the money coming from, you are not going to choose. You're not going to take Sir Joseph $3 million to make him vice president. Do you know that he took money from Sir Joseph? I mean, from Jeremiah Kuhn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know that he took money from Jeremiah Kuhn, $3 million to make him vice president?
You see? So now Jeremiah Kuhn is a real sedition, and you know that Prince Johnson text Mr. Weir. I need your support. Prince Johnson now it will be running on the NDR. There is no contract. Jeremiah Kuhn registered with as vice president as a UP partisan. So there's no agreement between them. These are some of the things we're talking about. This old man is so desperate. And I'll be honest with Liberian people. Look, I am saying it here today. I want for Mr. Cummings to declare his medical report. Let Mr. Cummings tell the Liberian people that he's healthy and ready. I want for all the politicians, the leaders, let Mr. Bwaka tell us if he's ready. We're calling on neck because Prince Johnson and other people are ready. They will apply this constitution on this old man when he's president. So we want to let them show the build. Look, my people, we're not here to kind of risk everything that this country is all about, Liberia. When you sick,
General,
that's it. You need to get out of the race.
General, the thing here you're talking about, and when people will say, oh, hey, what you're talking about, the old man, and the old man, anybody can get sick, and anybody can die. What you're just talking about, the old man health business. You know what? The thing is, look at Ellie, my Ellie. When my Ellie came first, the first term, my Ellen was strong. My Ellen was going in all the bushes. You take small thing happen here, small bush shake here, my Ellen will jump inside. Small noise happen, my Ellen will get out on the street and be talking to people. But during my Ellen last term now, she was old now, she was tired. You saw what happened. My Ellen couldn't get up from bed. All the boys and her son then, they were just stealing the country money. Because my Ellen was tired now, she was old, she couldn't do nothing. She was scared to talk to them before because they didn't want to work her in the morning before they refused to work her. They didn't want you to give her medicine before they would give her different kind of medicine. So my Ellen was scared now. My Ellen, they didn't say nothing. Now, if my Ellen or the iron lady now can get rusted, the iron get rusted, it can't even move. You think now Joseph Bwaka now that can sleep even in the day. You think when he become president now, you think more Ali then will not be doing anything they want to do? So the thing here we worry about is not because the old man, look, at that age, almost 83 years old. And I say, yes, he's 83 years old. You know why I say 83 years old? My mom is in Clarendon right now. My mom was a little girl. Joseph Bwaka then was the big boss in town. My mom is 73 years old. Joseph Bwaka said he's 77. My mom told me Joseph Bwaka is 76.
Let's go to studio. We on time. I gotta bring you back on and Ali you. There are a lot
So
of
the
people
thing
who
is
giving
that we
you.
are concerned because he's not well, he's old, he's not well, he's tired. If we think that now look at Joe Weah, who is younger, because he know how to do the job. That Nathan Magay was helping him. That Jefferson Koji was directing what he must do. Today we in the condition we in now. Then you think
Okay, let's go back.
sleeping and tired.
Let's
What
go
you think
back.
will
Let's
happen
go
in the
back.
country?
Let's
So
go
we are
back to
talking about this thing because of the ability to do the work, the strength, the energy. He doesn't have it. That's what we are concerned about. And then to make it worse, what one heartbeat away for the presidency is a rebel faction,
Okay,
a rebel coup.
and Prince, there's a breaking news. Someone, I don't know if it's confirmed, that the government of Liberia just closed Spoon. It's online. I don't know if it's true. I just want to.
General, let's go
Okay,
to the phone now.
let's hear from you, Siriki. Is there any information that the government closed Spoon down?
Yes, the closed down Spoon. Spoon is being used to spread fake propaganda, promoting JMB and the United Party. And by the way, United Party closed down radio station down at the one I tell you. So it is just hypocritical for you people to be on Facebook, defending that. That one, we have to promote our standard bearer.
Okay, good. No, that's the government of Liberia. It's everybody government.
Listen, General, let me be on the record.
Okay, listen. We got to get to the phone line, Prince.
Yeah,
we got 1 hour.
As a supporter of the Zion Commies and a person who wants to see change in Liberia, I don't know the detail to the closure of Spoon, but I would say I am against that. I condemn that. I don't think Zion Commies will stand for that because freedom of speech and freedom of expression is protected by the Constitution. No matter what,
but Prince,
the government has no right to close Spoon down.
Prince, let's go to the line now because we got 5 minutes left. We can extend. We will extend the time when we get off the radio. Okay, Sidiki, please open the phone line. I know my boys say anything today. That's the result. But Aliyu, you are free to come to this place anytime. Just let us know. But I will come back to you, and people want to call. So please open the phone line. Ali, you can open your phone line too, and Shadrach.
Okay, so 077-339-898, 0-555-2238-27. Let's take this first caller, then we'll go to Central to take some calls. Then we have calls. Let's take this call. Good afternoon. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Siriki.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is just Cooper. I come from Coffee to Guru.
Okay, Cooper, make a point. You have 3 seconds.
Yeah, you see, in Kiriki, we are acting Liberian people to make the best choice by letting Alexander Queen and Penelope Kumis, because he is showing over time that he is a true leader, even with the CPP sector. A leader is a person who feels their problem and finds solution. He did not escape from CPP. He remained with the CPP and he fixed CPP.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let's take it.
Okay.
We have some calls on. Do you have calls?
077072757.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, Amos, make your point. You have a few seconds.
Yeah, thank you very much. Myself, one of Kumi's supporters. Okay, you say you want to rescue Liberia.
No, Kumi did not say you want to rescue Liberia. That's correct. Kumi said you want to fix the country.
No, the people want to take a country for those people, those corrupt people, and election and numbers. If you will not get a number. So now,
okay, thank you. Thank you. Don't.
You know the man is coming, but you said no. You don't say a
You not get it. No, he don't want keeping the number.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Justin Kume calling from Toronto. I'm Magibi Kante.
Justin, you have 3 seconds. Make a point.
Yeah, thank you very much. You appreciate someone that can work. Kume can be president for Liberia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
So Santa, do you have a call there? Okay, so keep putting your calls 0776 339 Go have to go back to.
Yeah, Neiman, where are you calling from?
The caller is low. Put the volume up.
Yeah, take your point.
You hearing the President General?
No, I can't hear him.
Yeah, the caller is low, Sandra. You have to put on loudspeaker. But let's take
what the person is saying. What the person is saying. Time.
The calling from Central and there, so I don't know. But put in your calls 0776339898. You have to go because
Thank you. All right.
we have few more seconds.
What the person say?
Oh, he's supporting Mr. Cummins and he
Okay.
pushing up Liberians to make the red shirts
Okay,
come.
so
Okay.
let's take this last caller right here. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where you calling from, caller? Okay, yeah.
Move near your monitor.
Okay, thank you. I don't know how we are wicked. Okay, thank you. So let's go back to the host of the
Okay,
show.
let me say this to everybody. See, before you come, let me say this. Those of you who out there and you think you calling us wicked, you are no more Liberian than me. It is my right to support Mr. Cummins. It is your right to support who you want to support. You got no authority to tell me I cannot win. I am making my case. Make your case. But don't come on here. We got few days to election to tell me we are wicked because we're not supporting Mr. Bwaka. Mr. Bwaka don't feed us. Mr. Bwaka is no more Liberian than Mr. Cummins. Mr. Bwaka don't even have the authority to make anybody president in Liberia. So it is your responsibility. You made up your mind. Go and sell your candidate. We are in this election to win. And a CPP versus UP will defeat you. CPP versus CDC will defeat you. So if you come on, I am telling you, making my case for my leader. And when I gave you the opportunity to speak, instead of you just telling us, okay, I will vote for Bwaka, it will be in your benefit, but to tell me I don't have numbers. Since you got your numbers, it's sitting in Tradefco Bank that closed. That's your business. So if you talk about numbers, then there should be no election. If you talk about so-called polls, there should be no election. Then give it to President Weah. But you guys quick to forget. This is election. There's no numbers. The Liberian people will decide. The time you take to say we are wasting our time, you better go and start campaigning. At least I gave you the opportunity to make a call. The other radio station will not give you the opportunity. When you listen to other people, they bash Mr. Cummins throughout the day. They know that Mr. Cummins is a threat to them. And we know we must defeat UP to meet President Weah. Maybe you don't get it right yet. Maybe you don't get it right. UP, even if we don't want, if I don't want President Weah, why should I bring UP back to power? Why should I? I am speaking for myself. I never said we. If even I don't want President Weah, why should I bring UP back to power? What is the change? Jeremiah Kuhn, Eric Staller, and Prince Johnson, is that the change we're talking about? After the American people tell you, President Weah and Mr. Bwaka, why?
And Eugene Fangon.
Yes, and Eugene Fangon.
Bring Eugene Fangon back to power.
We should bring them back to power.
To Joseph Bwaka.
Yeah. So let me go almost out of time now. We're going to give our closing. But I want to say this to you, Liberian people. Don't be moved. Don't be fooled. They are going around saying we'll beat Henry Costa. We'll do this. That's the same thing. When they take power tomorrow, they will not be afraid. They will destroy the 2029 election if they ever come back to power. But I will say this. Because I know we will win. If it's Tier 1 against President Weah, I will support Tier 1. Best against President Weah, I will support her. Dr. Moniba against President Weah, I will support them. UP against President Weah, I will not support UP. You people are wicked. You people are wicked. You don't own Liberia. You don't have no money for it. But that's why Mr. Cummins will win this election and will shock you, will surprise you. The Liberian people, the young people, the women, the children who are suffering, they know what is good for Liberia. We're not going to fall for your lies. You're not going to lie to us, say at least the bag of rest was cheap. Now it's not cheap, so we'll go backward. Nobody go backward. We move forward. So we don't owe nobody. We'll tell you the truth. Liberia is what we all stand for today. Give your closing, Prince, and we might come back on here. From there, we'll go to Aliyu and then go to Siddiqui.
General, I want to say to my brother who called from Dodostan there, Magibi, that my area there, that where I was born. I must say, I know that area there, we the Laman people, the Kisi people that our area there. And because I'm my ancestor too from Lofa. My brother, they think about Liberia, it's not about trap, it's not about countrymen. You want to make your case for Joseph Barker because you feel he from Lofa County and your Lofa uncle or Kisi your uncle. You can go ahead and make your case. It's nothing hurting business inside. Don't get angry and get mad. This is politics. We are talking about Liberia here. Okay? So don't get angry. That idea that, oh, we already decide, you don't make we. Having said that, I want to say this. Why Alexander Cummings? Why do I support him? I support Alexander Cummings because name the person in Liberia we have not tried. We try, we are. Our darling boy. Look at what he done to us. We tried Joseph Barker then for 12 years. I mean, for goodness sake. In America we're in, they recently put high election every 4 years. Because if you can't do it in 4 years time to bring somebody different. That what made the country great. Now, let me tell you. I want to tell you something that y'all don't know that coming to happen. America is like that rod they call softly. It be biting, it be blowing. America already put sanction on your people then that because they feel that the people then stealing money and their money then they hide in the places that can cause America trouble. America sanction then you're sitting over there, you don't do nothing. You're putting there, you're coming and let them. I'm broken hearted at my county, my Gibi County. Will take a man from Bopolu who done nothing in Magibi County and say they come in Matai Magi, they come in let him senator. But y'all be surprised if y'all see the DV program is canceled in Liberia. You'll see visa restriction, heavy visa restriction in Liberia after October. Then y'all will know that y'all can mess with America because America's safety come first. Y'all can't keep playing with America's safety and y'all think that we the Liberian with our own country. And the people here giving you money, you're taking that money, you're giving hiding the places. They're using the money to disturb the people here. Terrorists then taking the money, hiding it for your government official. I support Cummings because Cummings promised me one thing. The last meeting we had with Cummings, he promised me one thing. I asked him, I said, Alexander Cummings, when
Prince,
you win.
we'll go all the time, Prince.
Okay.
I want to call it, yeah, we'll go all the time.
So thank you very much, General. I appreciate the time. And thank you guys in the studio. We'll do this thing again. We got almost 100 days to continue doing this thing. Thank you, Siddiqui. Thank you all so much. Liberian people, vote for change again. Let's change it. When Cummings come there, you do footage there, we will remove him, we'll change him too. Thank you.
Go ahead, Aliyu. I know. Okay, Shadrach, I know you want to. You already in the studio. You part of the house. So Aliyu, go ahead. So you're going to give your time to Aliyu. Give your closing from there. We'll go to Siddiqui. Well, someone want to tell Aliyu thank you, but go ahead, Aliyu.
All right. So thank you for the opportunity again. But I'm particularly concerned about one of the points the chorus made. That chorus said Mr. Cummings does not have the numbers, right? And interestingly, what is interesting about that is that most of them believe Mr. Cummings is the best person to lead this country. But ironically, they say he doesn't have the number. So who gave who the number? The Liberian people, if you believe that this man is the best that can change this country and transform the lives of your children, then why don't you align behind this individual? So it is unfortunate when you hear people say some of these things. What it does is that it exposes the mental honor development of some of the people that say some of these things. And I'm also concerned about, I hate to defend Herman Costa because he's not the kind of person I would want to admire even. But there's a sense in which there are some truth in some of the things he said. Predicated on the fact that he said he met some group of people at the Borough Palace in room whatsoever, I think 309 or so, and they presented an offer of 30 million. I don't want to go into the detail of the 30 million, but what is also interesting is that JMB met the same investor or the financier in Ghana. So if you doubt the 30 million offer, but JMB met those very people in Ghana.
Hey, you need to tell us.
Yeah, that is one point that is also interesting. That why the shoe he mentioned that, but JMB is on the other hand meeting the very people Costa mentioned. So it speaks to the fact that JMB is always presenting himself as the victim of circumstances, while in truth he's been the perpetrator of most of these things, like the revealing news that he petitioned or gave the go ahead to UA to sue Kumis. But in the court, he was acting very innocent. It is unfortunate that this man has been perpetrating himself as this decent old man, this old man who is so innocent in XYZ. Liberian people come October 10. If you want to follow people, you follow the left style or JMB after he has worked in government for this long. In his own personal life, you cannot see that independence and personal development. You should be very wary of the fact that this man who is claiming to be very broke, but at the same time willing to receive any kind of donation, even if from Lucifer, we should be very careful of the kind of decision we make come October 10. Mr. Kumi is very independent, so we are not worried that Boko Haram will gain campaign money, like JMB we saw in Nigeria. He's even waiting to receive money from Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, and ASIL when their effort will lead him to the executive mansion. So we beg our people. We said these things before, and we are saying it now. Listen to the voices of reasoning. 6 years is not something to gamble with. We are talking about the destiny of a country that is sliding in the serpentine. Locals are on the street. Our society is becoming increasingly dangerous at night. You can walk freely, and the CDC is using those Zogos as their personal army, destroying the lives of our fellow young people. And JMB doesn't seem to have the energy to address these vexing questions. Mr. Cummings is a hands-on leader that is able to transform this country and bring in the necessary transformation in the in the span of 6 years. So we beg you, we don't have all of the time. Like General said, we'll come back and be responding to some of the contradiction and provide a clearer path for our people to make informed decisions.
Okay. And another thing is that before I go to Sidiki to close up, I just saw this text. The government is saying that Spoon is not registered, the registration expired, and at the same time, they are there spreading false news. They continue to lie. We all know that, and we know what Stanton trying to do on this side. The other day, Stanton trying to talk to some people to see if they can hack our election too. Because I can tell you for sure that some information just reached to me that they're trying to see because Liberia is vulnerable when it comes to the internet. So all kinds of things they try to do with the UG Fagon, the Fatiga, and what's done. But Liberian people, we want peace in Liberia. We want peace this election time. It's going to be tough. But not because I don't want President Weah. You never hear Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings said we need competition. That's why I believe in Cummings. We need the competition. Make it harder for us. Let the people tell us what they can do. And this is what Mr. Cummings can do as a group of people, Liberians. You are free. You will work under the Cummings government. We don't look at people, whether you're coming close. Ricky, take it from there.
Okay, folks, so that's how we come to the end of this program. We want to say thank you to all of you who made your calls. We appreciate all the concern. But we'll be back on Monday. So like I said to you, this is a general show. And on Monday, we'll be hosting the CPP Royal Guards, the former CDC Royal Guards. The endorsements of Cummings some part of last year. And so we're going to be having here the chairperson of the group and maybe one or two executive members of that group. And so we are going to the election. But what I want to say is this. We are not going to waste our time on the closing down of Spoon and whatsoever. That is Spoon people go and send a representative in court. They will go and defend it there because it is not our position to do that. They are spreading fake news, defending a corrupt old man who is already putting Liberia out for sale. And so we cannot be defending those kind of people because if we do that, we'll be at the detriment of the black people. So keep watching the General Show. We'll be back on Monday. Let's take our closing song by Sonica Diabo, which is sung in honor of Fixer 2. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can we carry an announcement for closing instead of you put a closing song?
Okay, go ahead. But you have to be fast.
Okay. Yeah, I got it on right now. It's already
If I join your party that fall, now why you call us me? I think you call us me with everybody. My Liberian people, who you want?
Hey, what's up? This is Munel Kishen, aka the General. Join me in Providence, Rhode Island, and let us celebrate with the ANC Global East Coast family for a summer extravaganza 2023, July 21st to the 23rd in Providence, Rhode Island. It is a fundraiser. We must protect our vote. On Friday, it's a meet and greet. On Saturday, a mini tournament. And on Saturday, there will be a ball where we'll have the fundraiser. And on Sunday, we will have a church service at the Tabernacle Baptist Church. And also, we will have a cookout. Come and celebrate with the CPP, the Liberty Party, and the ANC. Come and support your candidate, Alexander Cummings and Charlene Bromsky, the Fixer 1 and Fixer 2. Come with the money. Come with the checkbook. I will see you in Rhode Island. Your MC is Munel Kishen, aka the General. So come, let us put our money where our mouth is. We must support Alex Cummings and Charlene Bronsky as the next leader of Liberia come October 10, 2023. I love you all. CPP, ANC, Liberty Party, all the way.
Call me that we are one. We are one. My Liberian people, we are one. Our market women crying, we are one. Yana boys are crying, we are one. Pape, call me that we are one.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. We've been on nice, and this is why we come to the end of this program. And we pray that you have a good week. We'll be back on Monday, and we'll be hosting the Royal Guard, former Seditians who were a member of the Royal Guard that endorsed Mr. Cummings. We'll get there on the show. As I said, we'll be bringing young people in. I am not the kind of person who want to bring in big-time politicians. No. I have the ability and the connection to bring in Louis Brown, Wisner, to get them, to bring Musa Ability on, to bring Mr. Cummings on. But no, the people, the young people, I want to hear from them. People from the attire shop, from the intellectual centers, I want to hear from them. So you see young people coming up. You will see faces that you have not seen before. You will see people who you think they know nothing. But I will tell you, the young people, you see, you listen to the Secretary General of the Youth. He was able to sell Mr. Cummings to the Liberian people. A young man. A young man. I went to that place. I never saw Mr. Cummings yelling. Very calm, patient man. As a leader, you must be the last. When you make a decision, let it be a decision. And I want to say thanks to every one of you who continue to support this show. It's because of you I have the strength. Or because of you, I have to cut into my time to do what I love best. And I love Liberia. I don't know about you. And if you think we are now voters, you got it wrong. I love my country, Liberia. I want to see a better Liberia. I want to go to Liberia where I will create jobs instead of be a job seeker. But Liberians, it's all yours. It is a fair game. Let Mr. Boaka show us his health record. Let Mr. Cummings show us his health record. For you to be a president of Liberia, tell us. Anybody can get sick. But hey, if Mr. Cummings is sick, Mr. Cummings should step aside. If Tiawa is sick, they should step aside. The real perpetrator, you got Jeremiah Kuhn, who is now a member of UP. UP refused to sign agreements with NDR. Prince Johnson will be running on his own party name. At the same time, he begging President Weah for money. The text is out there. You know, Prince Johnson married to a lady from Sastan. So that's why he called President Weah his son-in-law. You get Roland Duo, who will be running against Prince Johnson. So right now, Prince Johnson will not too sure if you'll even be re-elected. There are other people, NDR got people on the list. Why UP is putting people there too? Look, UP is they are just con artists. They think they're smart. When you don't support them, look, you guys, you can do nothing. You people are just a toothless bulldog. Liberians are not stupid people. Will not fall for your reckless, your lies. Let Mr. Boaka tell us who he met in Ghana. Imagine Taylor, you ain't come over home because we saw you getting on a private jet. What you told the people. Look at Reverend Tappe, corrupt pastor, going on BBC to lie that his standard bearer never went to Ghana. While he was lying, Jojo was putting a tape up and say, yes, we went there. Yes, we met our business people. They gave us proposal. But we told them, say, you can't tell us to carry Mr. Costa, we beg you. Then Sir Joseph turned around. He went to Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph said, hey, my man, that CDCO, that president, we are trying to set you up. Just so Mr. Boaka will cut a speech. Because Sir Joseph don't want for Henry Costa to contest against him. So you see who benefited? Sir Joseph was the one who went through everything. Would President Weah give $30 million to Joseph Newman Boaka to carry Henry Costa? Let them tell us. Okay, it was a setup, but who you met? Who was the business people? What they proposed to you? Or else, we agree with Costa that you even take power yet. You say you gave them the Worogisi Mountain because it's in Lofa County. So let's agree. It was a setup. But who are these people that you met? Henry Costa can tell us. You are the one running for president. UP is running for president. Who you met in Ghana? Tell us. Your lies have catch up with you. Your lies have catch up with you. In your old age, you have been behind the scene, backstabbing people. You did it to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And now today you're doing it to Liberian people. Finally, you realize that CPP is still alive. CPP is still alive. Shame on you guys in the UP. Bunch of corrupt criminals. Liberia is not for sale. We will not allow you to come to power. We will not. God knows we will not. God knows what is good for Liberians. The leader I support, he don't pray to be president. He pray for wisdom. But you guys are praying to be president. You dancing with the devil. We are Christians. Some people are Muslim. We don't dance with devil. We dance with Jesus Christ. We dance with Muhammad. We dance with someone, the Most High. We don't dance with the devil. The devil is the devil. You understand? But your lies have catch up with you. Witchcraft can go, but when they're ready for you to disgrace you. Mr. Boaka is sick. Mr. Boaka cannot stand. He can't even stand for 3 hours. That is why Prince Johnson, and I see them posting. Prince Johnson said that in the future, do you know what the future means? The future is tomorrow. The future, sometimes you guys can forget. Oh no, Prince Johnson said the future. Yes, the future is tomorrow after election. And also, Jeremiah Kuhn is waiting for you guys. If anything happens, he'll put executive order to fire all of you. And at the same time, you're waiting to suppress Jeremiah Kuhn and to arrest Prince Johnson. So the real perpetrator here in your camp is Jeremiah Kuhn, who think that he can be president, who don't even have the know-how, not because he sold gas. Show us a company that Jeremiah Kuhn created in Nima County. Jeremiah Kuhn sold gas before he started driving the truck for fraud and got his own money and used to go to Guinea and buy bullets, the ammunition for hunters. And by that time there was embargo on it. So he was behind the line, he used to do all that. That's how he make money. When it comes to the grown-up life, he knows it very well. Nobody can take it from him. Street smart, he knows that very well. But can Jeremiah Kuhn tell us who he can talk to? And some of you who lie that Jeremiah Kuhn got a green card, that's a blinking lie. Jeremiah Kuhn don't have no green card in America. Jeremiah Kuhn's children was taken to Liberia by a friend. Jeremiah Kuhn never lived in America for more than 6 months. How can a man get a green card? Oh, he was in Liberia and got a green card? You guys need to start spreading news. And even he got a green card, you can't live out of Liberia for so long and for a green card. You know what I'm saying? The American government is pissed off. Mr. Bwaka said, I will not do business with Prince Johnson. Oh, but he rather do business with Prince Johnson, who the American governments have indicted. And also Stanton Waterspoon. But these are the people Mr. Bwaka said, I will close my eyes on. You see how God confused them? The real money was the money with the business people. Whether to give them what to give you. Hello? The real money, it was the business people money. Whether they were Russians, whether they were Italian, whether they were French, the money was real. They are business people. But you see how Mr. Bwaka was confused. What he did, he called a sedition. He called a Kisi man, the man from Sierra Leone, Sir Joseph. Because Sir Joseph didn't want no too much competition, he called Sir Joseph. Then Sir Joseph said, oh my man, that thing that I CDC, right there he said, oh, that setup. No knew the real setup was Jeremiah Kuhn, who in a group with Edwin Snow, that when you go against, let me ask you something. I want you to subtract Mr. Bwaka from that list. So I want you to subtract Mr. Bwaka. Or my question to you, Jeremiah Kuhn was still going to contest on the NDRO in this election, whether you like it or not. Prince Johnson could not do that because he opted for re-election, so he didn't want to leave a seat. So the whole deal was for Jeremiah Kuhn to contest. Since Jeremiah Kuhn couldn't contest, that means if there's a second round, they will negotiate. Or go to CDC and go to UP. Now, I want you to subtract Mr. Bwaka off the UP. Is that the Jeremiah Kuhn to be president? Evasa Prince Johnson, Yombly, Delon, Ellis Taylor, our country finish. The old man himself don't even have a contact. 12 years vice president. You know nobody outside that can help you. 12 years as vice president. The old man come to America. He used to come here. We see him with Paula White one day. But they said that Paula White friend. Tell me, you're lied to the Liberian people, my people. You're lied to the Liberian people. They say Paula White and Mr. Bwaka friendly. But I never saw Paula White around Mr. Bwaka. He come, he said with Henry Costa. Y'all be careful. Henry Costa got a tape. Henry Costa got a recording. If you're pushing, he will disgrace you. When you push Henry Costa, the men are down, fear no fall. Oh, and the European people, they said that's a lie. Henry Costa spoke on behalf of ALP. Let me tell you today. So all that thing you're doing, the Liberian people will tell them, will continue to tell them. Will not go. You can't change the story. You can't change the story. Oh, the election, we know that the election, we all will fight for the election. We know that it's possibility that people want to hide. Because even the criminal that we got in America, he asking people who really know about the internet to hack it too for Joseph Boakai. We know other one. We know they're looking for people that can hack the election too. You understand? So we're not stupid here. You already know you pay the people taxes. You already know that you have a lot of problems. So take it all with them. They're not our business. Now you on Facebook. You will remain on Facebook. Not because we don't like President Weah leadership. We don't hate President Weah. But we don't want President Weah. We want to remove President Weah in a peaceful manner. We want to replace President Weah with a better government. That seditionists who are working, they will not be fired. That's what we're talking about. That a sedition can find a job, can apply when you are qualified. We're not there to revenge. Mr. Cummings is the only one who prepared to bring us together as a nation. That in under the Cummings administration, you will never see a crewman, you will never see a global man, you will never see a Loma man, neither a Gio man, or a VAR man. You will only see Liberians. The Cummings administration, you will not know the difference between Muslim and Christian and atheists, and people who don't believe in God. It is a right of every Liberian to survive, to live, to move freely, to be able to work. Not to go after people. When I disagree with you, you chase me. You running after Henry Costa now. You running after Henry Costa. The way Henry Costa used to go after Ellen Johnson. If it was Mr. Boakai, it was a man. By this time, Henry Costa is dead. You refuse to align yourself with your former president. Like Prince said, the first year for Ellen, first 6 years were good. But when Ellen started getting tired, her last term she was tired. She couldn't go places again. That's how the stealing started. That's how the stealing started. All you dare to do is to insult, call names. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. It will not work with us. You can call Mr. Cummings gay 10 times 10, that's your business. It will not work with us. It will not work with us. Go and ask Darius Dillon what he was doing with Robert Sirleaf. Go and ask them the question. You people are just disgusting. You people are wicked. You're not entitled to the presidency. Who is Mr. Boakai to make somebody president? What have Mr. Boakai done for Liberia? What? Tell us. Show us something. He could not even convince Ellen Johnson to fix the road going to Lofa County. You see? You see how God confused them? What Reverend Tampa was on BBC lying. Jojo Boakai was making an audio and he sent it out and admitted everything, excluding the 30 million. But he agreed to everything. There was a meeting. Who are these business people? Can you tell us? No. Liberian people, don't make a mistake. Bringing Mr. Boakai to power is like you bringing Prince Johnson to be the rebel leader of Liberia. Bringing Mr. Boakai to power is like you making Jeremiah Kune Bojo for people children to lose when you argue with them. He's in Nimba County going around threatening the people who knew him from small. Oh, I know your name. You even know Mr. Cummings. Oh yeah, you knew that name. You ever went to ask them how they manage him? No. You ever went to them to say how you going to school? No. You just got rich overnight. Yes, you used your ideas and you went back to government. So even if UP lose the election, Jeremiah Kun going to go back to CDC. So losing against President Weah, it won't move Jeremiah Kun. Because Jeremiah Kun know that the Liberian people want him right now. They got zero contact. So Jeremiah Kun supposed to run with Edwin Snow as vice president for NIMBA to just to get NIMBA vote. Edwin Snow now will be portraying himself as the man with the international contact. Whether he from Bombing Hills or not, he will say, "Oh, I know how ECOWAS work." That he own a resume he coming with now. But they forgot that he was the one who told the people not to waive the $14 million debt. The $14 million that the Western Cluster and the company owed the Liberian government. It was Edwin Snow who waived it. He and President Weah. Today, he in Bombing Hills, he's the richest man. His house is in a forest. You thinking about it? Today, Alex Tyler, who refused to put a kitchen in Bombing Hills, he brought it into Monrovia. He going back there to contest again. You got all these people today, the last day. So all the noise they were making, they signed zero alliance. They didn't sign a damn thing with any party. So NDR don't have nothing on UP. UP is on their own. Jeremiah Kun is a member of UP, not NDR. Mr. Prince Johnson is broke. He can't run his campaign. He texts Mr. President, begging the president now. Don't be surprised he will go back to President Weah. Because this is a man who killed President Doe after he told President. So up to now, you ain't get it that Prince Johnson, you don't do business with Prince Johnson. You don't know that you don't do business with Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson went and talked to President Doe and put President Doe under the impression that they were together. This was the same Prince Johnson who said if President Weah is president, he would use our money. There was the same Prince Johnson who said we'll make President Weah a lifetime president. This was the same president who said I would not support President Weah. Then he came back. He's a flapper. The people of Nimba County. Are you really serious? Oh, you look, Prince Johnson is not a hero in Nimba now. Let's be honest now. Prince Johnson never saved your life. He never fought for you. Prince Johnson bypassed, came from Nama camp, he bypassed Bonkante, from Nima to Bonkante, he came all the way to Carwell. While the other Nimbabia was in Nima fighting for their life, Prince Johnson was in Carwell, killing his own people, killed Moses and Vanny and others. He knew how Jackson Doe died. He knew exactly how Dopu was killed. So tell us, are you going to re-elect President and re-elect Prince Johnson as your next senator again? You do that, it's going to be so hard on us. Prince Johnson should not be in the race. Jeremiah, what is his name? Nathaniel Margaret should not be in this race. Bill Tuaret, Vanny Shema, all these people, they've been indicted by America, our greatest island. We hardly can feed ourselves. Everybody want to come to America. Jeremiah Kun want to come to America. His children live in here. His wife and daughter live in Minnesota. And then some of y'all say the man got green card. How can the man get a green card? How do someone get a green card? The old man is sick. The old man, they drove the old man from Nimba. The 3 days they went there for the old man, couldn't say the old man was dizzy. They brought him back. It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. You want to make him president, so Prince Johnson that will come with the constitution and say, listen, man, the old man sleeping too much. We got to remove the old man. The old man can't make it anymore. That's what the constitution says in Article 63. You don't got to die first, so no, you don't have to die. Once you get a serious illness that will hamper your work, they will remove you. That is the plans of Prince Johnson. And also, they are planning to arrest Prince Johnson and to remove Jeremiah Kun. If we allow them 2027, 2029, it's finished. They will see the election. Look, politics is not religion. If you're thinking that Mr. Cummings will not contest 2029, it's up to you. But as a politician, you don't talk about 2029 when the election is right in front of you. We're talking about 2023. We're not talking about 2029. While some of you stay praying for 2029. As if it will hide us. Oh no, it will not hide us. We all will be inside together. If we are president, we all will be inside. But the good thing is that after he leave, it will be free. It will be free for everybody. But if UP come back to power, it will not be free for everybody. They will steal the election because they are all men. They are all corrupt people. They are all killers and murderers. They will be going after people. And there will be a lot of secret killings because they are very good to kill secretly. Mr. Prince Johnson admitted, he said he killed 3 the other time. But who are the 3? So there will be a lot of secret killing that you will not even know about. So we got to be very careful. You better be careful what you wish for. President Weah will be very happy to turn the country over to Alex Cummings because we're not going to wish hunt. Yes, we'll audit. We'll start, and wherever the audit goes, that one will follow. We're not going to jump behind President Weah and say, oh, this and that. No. We'll be running a government, not a cult, not a club. But we'll be running a government. That is why Mr. Cummings chose to go around the country. And he realized that the same problem in Monrovia is the same problem in Maryland. The same problem in Grand Gita is the same problem in Nima County. So everybody must benefit. That is why Mr. Cummings said, I will not have no inaugural ball. Because why? The people in Grand Gita should not enjoy. It should only be Monrovia. If we have a ball, the entire country should benefit from the ball. We got a lot of things to do. The money we take to have an inaugural ball, we can use it for something. The money that we take to have a big Independence Day, we can use it for something. So we all got to cut down. So don't be surprised. The Independence Day that we can have $2-3 million celebration, you might not have it for the first year when Mr. Cummings is president. Don't be surprised. There will not be too many holidays when Mr. Cummings is president because the Liberian people got to work. We got to fix things. But one thing I will show you, Mr. Cummings will not fly a private jet. One thing I can show you, Mr. Cummings will not go and purchase a brand new car for government for himself. Because all Mr. Cummings wants is to get in a car to go to work. Yes, Mr. Cummings will have the security because we can trust him. Right now, y'all won't kill him. So we'll provide the security. But Mr. Cummings will not be in the business of fire security because George will have brought you in. All we'll do with you to do is to train you. If you accept to be trained, you remain in the secret service. But the police will not be Alex Cummings police. The military will not be Alex Cummings military. And will destroy and disband all small little group. CPP will not have no brigade. CPP will not have no group called itself militant. I'm telling you. Everybody will go to work. There won't be no muya. Mr. Cummings will not address the Liberian people from CDC, from CPP headquarters, or from one church. Mr. Cummings will address you from the executive mansion. Mr. Cummings will have a regular press conference with the Liberian people, with the Liberian press. The press will be able to have the freedom of speech. They will speak their mind. A good leader listen. Listen to the people. If Mr. Cummings would be a dictator, you're supposed to know by now. Because I see other politicians who try to contest the way they speak to the employees, the way they speak to the people. Mr. Cummings talk about living wage, dignity of labor. Not because you see the man sweeping in the street, that means you think that man can be rich tomorrow. The man don't have to sell cold water through all his life. He can move from cold water to ice maker. He can start riding pimping and get tons of pimping. That is the Liberian with vision. Not because your pa was a cook for Mr. Haddad, that means your son should be a cook for Mr. Haddad. No. Una your pa suffer for you to move forward. Not because I sold bread in Lokintown, that means my children must sell bread in Lokintown. No. No. Not because your mom was in the market, you should go in the market. It's life. The fingers are not equal. That is why we're calling on you. Vote right. I don't care. I'm not here to satisfy people who think that they're entitled. You're not entitled to it. If I were looking for a friend, I will go beyond George Weah. I will be enjoying myself. If I were looking for a friend or relative, I will be with my brother. Then we're all in NPP. But what you believe in? Oh, Mr. Cummings good, but he didn't get the numbers. What you believe in? What is your belief? To jump from party to party? That's why I always say they got three group of people. They got people who pray and wish for things to happen, but they're not making no move. They got people who just sit and watch to see if it will happen so they can make a move. And they got people who make things happen. Like us, who running our mouths, who sacrificing, using our time to talk to our people. Liberians, this country, I love my country, Liberia. I don't know about you. I don't know. You can come out of my life and you cost me, that's your business. It won't move me. I challenge Seditians, I challenge UPNs. Come on the show. If you're a young man, come on the show and debate. Make the case. You can't make the case. All you're telling me is to vote. And most of the people that are telling me are the people who related to Bwaka. Either one way or the other, by either and tribe or by counties. Then you say we agree. Who we? I say I support Mr. Cummings. I don't say we. I speak for myself. And nobody can tell me who to vote for. If you are a follower, I'm not a follower. I want to be in a group where I can make the joke and people laugh. Not to go and sit and just listen to my political leader when he said this, then I say, yes, sir, chief. No. Even if I don't even have the money compared to you, and I don't have it, but my voice should be right. That's why I took it upon myself to go to Liberia, register as a God-given right, as a Liberian, that no one should stop you from voting. I made it my business to go to Liberia and register and vote. And I will be there. Unless the old man take my life. But I will be there. And we know this election will be terrible. But I will cast this vote for Alex Cummings. This is my voting card. So don't think that I am not against you who never went there. No. But I'm against those who never went there, but at the same time that their relatives in charge and they think they are in love, but they can't go there and other people are suffering. There are other people who worry about Liberia, but they go there, but they still talking and say, listen, we can change it. There are people in America who retired, built a big house, see mansions, but they went there for 1-2 months. They came back because the medical things. There's no hospital, no hospital. It's not fair. We can't treat our people like that. Oh, the country is sweet. Yes, because you carry $5,000, so you are able to enjoy yourself. That's why the country is sweet. But do you walk around to pretend as if you don't have it, to know how it look like? You ever went to Liberia to pretend like you don't have it? Just walk around. I never went to Liberia. I was in Liberia recently. I never went on the beach. I went one time to D Calabash. Nice place, very nice place. I enjoy it. My daughter took me there and my nieces for my birthday. And that was it. Liberia is on my mind every day. I'm a Liberian. I was born Liberian. And I will die Liberian. Whether I'm American by naturalization, fine. And I know if you get the same opportunity, you'll do it. I can't trade America. And Liberia government big America every day for everything. So what is the difference? What is different? Y'all be careful. Henry Costa got a lot of things on y'all. You shouldn't push it. Y'all got the plans to beat him up in the street or do whatsoever. You might not push it. But men are down, fear no fall. Henry Costa speaking for our party. He never spoke for Henry Costa. So, y'all tell us what the woman can do. Fatiga, tell the people, Fatiga, what Mr. Boakai would do better. Don't can't tell about Ellen Johnson plans that you yourself know you don't like Ellen Johnson. You see, whole day you're running your mouths, you're lying. And you know you register, but you still lying. And I hope that they open your station. Let me be honest with you. I hope they open it. Because the government should have closed you down long time. Once they close you down, I don't think they're supposed to close you down now. But you won't change the topic. You don't want us to talk about Mr. Boakai health. Mr. Boakai is sick. Anybody can get sick, but he's sick. He got heart trouble. You read in America, they say go to work every 6 months, 3 months. They say do medical, go do your test, your physical. Then your vest. You were fighting, you took it off the thing because it was going to disqualify Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai's going to be disqualified. Next, you need to put in there, we need healthy president. We want a president. Let me tell the real truth. The thing I hear, you ain't want to hear it. There was serious nursing home going on in Philadelphia, in Delaware there, when the woman came here. I'm telling you seriously. I don't want to explain it because it's too graphic. And I don't expect anybody to do that. I hope, Heron, if you listen to me, please do not explain that part. Don't do it. I beg you. Don't do it. Don't show anything. If you want to go to the political side, go ahead, but don't go pressing. I beg you. I hold your foot because the news that I'm hearing. Don't go that far. I don't want to talk about it, Chef. I beg you. Please, Aaron, don't do it. Don't show no picture because I used to say it here. I said, I hope Aaron ain't recording the paper in the house. Sometimes the paper is sleeping. But please, Aaron, don't show it. I beg you. Because the rumors that I'm hearing, and at the same way we heard the rumors before Aaron Costa start talking, where there is smoke, there is fire. You can talk about the political side, how the woman push you on the table, how the woman did that, you can talk about it, but please, Henry, don't go on the woman personal business. Yes, you can say that he's sick. Because he won't be president. We need to check in. He get heart trouble. It's like we're giving Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun the leadership. If Mr. Johnson, if Mr. Boakai are going to carry Sarah Beslow, carry and Tiawan Gonglo, this conversation will not be like this. But you carrying Jeremiah Kun that Prince Johnson say is corrupt. Imagine Prince Johnson calling Jeremiah Kun corrupt. If Mr. Boakai also carry Sarah Beslow, this conversation is going to be different. But God confused the old man. They set him up and he fought for it. When we got the information about Jeremiah Kun, we decided to keep silent. But we knew that Cummings were not carrying. I remember my friend Timothy and myself, we used to argue in the same church. I said, Timothy, Mr. Cummings will not carry Jeremiah Kun. All that news you hearing, there are so many baggages on Jeremiah Kun that we ourselves will not be able to defend. You see how you fall for it? By the time you're here, they say, oh, Mr. Cummings talking to the person, you jump there. You don't know that we had a committee responsible to vet people. Not because they call your name, that means you are the one. All Jeremiah thought he was the only man in our group. You ran to Jeremiah, but Jeremiah supported the woman 2017, this and that. Then why he went against the woman in all the elections? You fall for it. The real CDC operative is Jeremiah Kun. And Prince Johnson still begging. President, we had to help him for election. He said, Mr. President, I have registered already. And I need assistance. He said, brother-in-law, because he worked for SASTAN. If Prince Johnson was not running for senator, he was coming to run as president on the NDR. So what he did, he turned the whole thing over to Jeremiah Kuhn. If nobody was going to choose Jeremiah Kuhn was going to run as president just to be able to negotiate if there's a second round. Now, Jeremiah Kuhn is on the other side, it's both ways. NDR is on their own. Today, the last day. Steve Zago going independent. They push people on the bus. You see how wicked the Ome is? But thank God. God, you're a sweet God. You know, some people say you're slow, but you're not slow. You answer our prayer at the right time. When put finger in nobody muffle, in nobody throat. All of them confessing. If Joseph Boaka's son can confess and say the truth, everything he said Costa said that true. The only thing he lied on himself, he didn't talk about the money. He never talked about the money. You know that, eh? He never talked about the money. So all these things here, tell us what you want us to do. Then not us put a finger in the throat. They themselves were confessing. Yeah. They themselves confess. Nobody asked them. Nobody asked them to do anything. He read and did his own and tip and put it out there. He did his own tip and put it out there. He think he was doing something good. Yeah, oh. He thought he was doing something good. Oh. So he and the chairman, they start while the chairman was lying, whole pastor, the man said, Mr. Boaka never went to Ghana. I'm looking for the recording again. Let me see. I want you to listen to the recording. Yeah. Look at the time they were enjoying. Let that picture there here. The time they hearing customer. You got George Lobo, you got Pia. They were all in big joy in themselves. That time the hearing customer was a ball. Hearing customer was a good man. They were all in Costa face. Telling Costa what to do, go after. Then guess what? Yeah, they say they're washing car now. They're doing car washing. Yeah, car washing. Car washer. Iwo, car washer. Iwo, GMB car washer. Niswa, Nanya, Pomtio. Yeah. So let me, the thing is so plenty. Yeah, the papa say, man, really talk all, even my triple bypass surgery business. He said, Costa talk about it. Then Jeremiah Kuhn say, Papa, the way Costa debt y'all, we will have to keep an eye on your guys. So the other people that are near you got to keep eyes on them, oh, Papa. Here Costa really dead y'all. So we can't just sit down there and let it here to go like that. Oh. Yeah. Let Paul Jefferson, I see Jefferson page Koji praying. They got praying to the rock. If Jesus was in there long time, they didn't catching him. Let Jojo enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself in the gathering. Jojo got plenty of money. Jojo hit the ball. He didn't joke away. He said the thing. He said the truth. He said, yeah, my papa went to the play. My papa, that's true. My papa went there. My papa met with. Okay. I'm trying to. Shazama comes, we want it. We won. Alice Cummings. You let the guy delete it here, but I know I got it somewhere. I save it in my. I save it somewhere. So listen, we're not going to stop here. We'll continue to tell the Liberian people that listen, Mr. Bwaka need to expose, show us his thing. Yeah. Oh.
But I will enjoy you more now because it's even more than a presidency. The judge and God has given to me. When it breaks, no. When it breaks, the people will know by me more than they know Liberia around the world.
Damn it.
No. That is how it is. The things that my company is doing to human being life. My life.
Yeah. Pedro, real post in your Gary. Pedro Costa post in UPP Gary. Yeah. Look, you know what happened for? That is seeing Heren Costa used to talk to. Man, when the thing coming too much, you can't even save it again. Oh, and look at that. Yeah, if you watch me, you get that audio, please send it to me. So we will not leave the Joseph Boaka thing. Let me make you to understand. We will continue to tell the Liberian people that Mr. Boaka been lying to us. The thing that Mr. Boaka and Mr. Costa said is truth. It's truth. We believe it. Let Mr. Boaka tell us who were the people that he met. Let him tell us who he met in Ghana. He went to Ghana. Who he talked to. Look, let me tell you something. I don't care if they close Spoon. I don't care. I don't care. Spoon get their own trouble.
Some of us make suggestions on how certain things should be done. Nobody pays us no mind. They don't listen to us. The other day I asked for some information and no response, nothing. You understand me? In multiple chat rooms. But then when situations like this happen,
Eh, I love this one here. They say be careful who you help. You see, while Aaron Costa was trying to cut the rope, no knew they were hanging Aaron Costa too. I enjoy the politics in La Pura, man. Sweet, 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 sweet. Aaron Costa da man. Aaron Costa da man. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Today is Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And don't forget, next week we'll be in Rhode Island. We're raising some money for pool washer. So don't forget. See you. Have a good day. Anything new come up, I will let you know. So don't forget that use that cash app. I'm talking to my real friend. I'm talking to some of you who don't care. All right. And to be frank, I will be honest with you. Let me go through the comments. You know, I said a long time that if the government wanted to close Spoon down, they should have done it a long time. But where they reach now to close them down, I don't think it's fair. You know, people will say because it's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech can be said in any ways, whether you lie or whether you this. So they were all working. You see, when you flip flop, that what happened. Spoon was open to push the message for CDC. Then they turned around against Mr. Cummings. They went to U. Now they finally went to UP. But what they failed to realize, they were not registered. The registration expired. You know, it reminds me of Eugene Nangwe. That is how they closed Ure station down. They went by the book and they closed the station based on registration. It's the same thing they did to Henry Costa. They waited for Henry Costa registration to be over and they shut him down. So you see, when you ask them, they will tell you, say, because you don't register, so you can't tell us when to shut you down. But at the same time, they're stopping you from registering. So I personally feel that I don't think it's right. They shouldn't have done it. I think the government's supposed to give them a warning, say, do not cause confusion. I'll be honest with you, I'm against it. But that's not my rule. I got nothing to do with that because it's up to them. Let them fight their own government. Let them say what they want to say. So I got it. But this election, this is not about Mr. Good Guy. We're talking the truth yet, and the truth will speak. So I'm not worried about who closed down, who didn't close down. And yes, I agree with Prince. Nobody happy about it because I love the competition. Let me be able to understand. I love the competition. The only thing, and I said it so many times in our own record, that closing Spoon down will create more problem for the government. I think they was not supposed to close Spoon down. They've been thinking about it. I don't know who allowed them to do it, but I think it was wrong. They were not supposed to do that. If I was in the shoe and near president, where I said, no, let it go. Let the people talk. Let the people speak their mind. So it's not anything for anyone to be happy about. But they close them down, we know. But the information coming out, oh, the point paid, you know that the point register long time. Why you take action? Why you take action? Why will you close them down? So it's possible that you, but thank God we register. It's possible you will close other stations down too. And let that be honest. Look, guys, please, this is not about politics and whatsoever. I love to see them giving the lies, and I debunk the lies. I love it. I love it. So you make Spoon as if they are the biggest and they are the ones giving the right news. You know, I think they were just supposed to let them go, give them a warning, say, listen, guys, that's why they got the information ministry. Sensibly, please do not bring no trouble. The government is not doing anything like that. We don't know where you got the news from or whatsoever. But the news is all over the place that people are trying. Even Stanton been asking people if anybody capable enough to hack our election. Yes, I'm not lying to you. The information going around that they're doing the same thing. You know. Oh, okay. Let me put it up. Levitt, I said something here that they were not shut down for license. Okay, they were shut down by a private citizen that won his lawsuit. All right. Now, Liberians, I will have to call and find out. I will talk to somebody what is the real truth, because if they shut them down and they say they should pay this person and they have not paid anything, that one the court say, listen, you're going to shut you down. So you see, don't let them take you to court, the government. So there's so many ways. You see, so many ways. I can still remember when Ellen Johnson was getting ready for the Costa, for the Urate station. All they did was they went through the book. When they went through the book, they shut. Give me water, man. They went through the book and they shut the station down that Urate were owing, and they closed the station down and they gave the frequency out. That is what Eugene Nawe told me at the time he was the information telecommunication boss. You understand? So Levy, thanks for the information. I appreciate it. But I'm not in sympathy with it. Let me understand. I'm not in sympathy. They should have done it a long time, because they are the government. Let me tell you something. You don't fight government. You don't hear Mr. Cummings running all over the place and saying things, you know. Okay, another one, just she said she lying through her teeth. Look at her. You see stupidness. You see stupidness. Stupidness. She's lying through her teeth. Who the hell lied through their teeth? Eh? Charles Jar Will Bolton. Look at. Look at. Man, it's so shameful and stupid on the part of more Liberians. When things are in your favor, you think it's okay. We that are supposed to be happy that they close you down, we still trying to find out why, and we still trying to justify why they close you down for because of this reason, and we try to see what. But you got there, open your self post and say she is lying through her teeth. The next thing you say something different. The next thing you say something different. All right. Let me put what Alexander say. Spoon Network is on the same as close to the government, just working in vain. Okay, to all of you, thank you very much. And we are not happy Spoon closed down, but Spoon is lying up. You see, we still trying to be nice with you guys. Okay, Molba said JNB. He said JNB again. You see, people like that, I don't get versed with that because he's just saying JNB. And, you know, JNB will still win. Yeah, okay, now, this is the one that somebody think I told my brother. JNB will still win the election instead of you promoting your candidate. You are there talking about another candidate. Cummings is going to lose. JNB. Okay, now, Vinicius Morba. You see, you read your own post, you sound like if you live in America and you post such a post up, you just nothing but not a fool. You say JMB will still win. So that's part of what I'm saying, the truth that I'm saying. The people will not listen to me. JMB will still win so that you're better, you can say what you want to say. But I should only talk about me not candidate. I shouldn't say nothing about Joseph Boakai dishonest attitude to the Liberian people. I should only tell you how Mr. Cummings good, how Mr. Cummings will fix Liberia, and forget about you. You're not changing the topic. We will tell the Liberian people every day that Mr. Boakai is sick, Mr. Boakai is not healthy, and he's not qualified to be president of Liberia. We will tell them every day I come out, I will remind the Liberian people, the independent, not the UP supporter, because for you, your man made up. The independent, the common Liberian man say, listen, you want me Prince Johnson president? You want me Jeremiah Kuhn president? You want bring Alex Tyler? You want bring who? Darius Dillon, who been lying? That the people you want give power, then you want remove President we are, and you want say Mr. Cummings can be president? We'll remind them every day of the time. So that's good. The person say, can you imagine ANC folks happy that a radio station that they believe does not support them closed down? Is that how you people will run the country? God forbid. If you look at, I'm putting this post up so you will see how dumb some Liberians are. He said the ANC people are happy. So when you talk about the sedition, you think CDC happy too? You got your station, I get my station. I play by the book, I pay taxes, we're doing everything by the book. You are the one who flip into every okay, guys, so have a good night and good day. Enjoy your Friday. Keep safe. Keep cool. Drink enough water. And some of the people that say we're happy because they close phone, they will still be on the internet. Don't worry. Yeah. They will be on the internet still. And we'll be on the internet too. They will be on the internet. And the person say, you alone, the people. Yeah. Speak there, say, you funny. Why they come and give him? The other one say, you funny. Why the Cummings gave him 50K? You think I won't worry about like your money? Fagon got his share of the Western cluster deal, and now he is quitting. Now your money, if the man gave and Prince Johnson 50K, that your business, I used to worry about it. I used to explain to me. Yeah. Yeah, I put in the names also you can tell where they're from. Lofa Kante is 4th on the list. You can get a whole Lofa Kante to Joseph Boakai, he can be president. So you're who from Lofa Kante and thinking you can't even win Lofa Kante. Yeah, the other person say we will, yes, we will. And JMB is the next president come 2024. Yeah, I think we're not gonna rate him. You're right. Yeah, 2024. He's from Lofa Kante. He's what? Okisime. His name is Jala. We know you're my man. You people are tribalistic people. Very tribalistic. You know. But you got money back in the race too now. You know, it's sometimes I just so sorry for the guys. I just sorry for you sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of person say we get a class reloaded show. Okay, now you got another show they call reload. You can go to reload. Reload will be online. They closing the other place. So listen, my people, let me tell you something. We don't care where you go. The internet is almost like the same radio. So it's not something for anybody to worry about. People in Labrador to listen to internet. The best campaign now in Labrador is door to door. So missing a radio station, but you get plenty lawsuit though. You get plenty lawsuit. Yeah. So that one is 10 to 1 problem. I have a problem. I thought that's something. So yeah, you get reload. So I gotta do a reload. Okay. But anyway, y'all bye, yeah? UP, bye. Thumbs up to the CPP people. Thumbs up. I love you guys. To the independents, vote right. I still need your support. UP, you can keep your support. You can decide if you want to. But to all the independents, we need your support. I know you want good Liberia. And you know that Mr. Cummings will do better than every one of them. Mr. Cummings will do better than every one of them because he's showing us that he's working hard. And you know, oh, let me put it up for you. They gave PYJ 50K, yet he's still begging for money. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's a good one. He's still begging for money. All the way they say they gave him 50K. He's still begging President Weah for money. He gone to President Weah again because now he raised on his party ticket. So you see what's going to happen now? UP, you're suffering. You're suffering in Nimakande. You will suffer big time in Nimakande. You will suffer in Nimakande. Yeah, you will suffer. I can enjoy the comment, man. Go. Okay. Let me bring out. Okay. Jefferson Francis. Kolako Jr. GMB all the way. Straight from Lufakande. Yeah? Again, I put the other there also would know. So if you see the people on the post here who say they supported Mr. Boaka, all of them from Lufakande. Every one of them from Lufakande. Every one of them here. Look, it's a bad thing. Oh. And a good thing is that we got some of them too that are supporting us. So you're not the only person that get put from Lufakande. Jefferson double A now, so they will say Costa Gaya Huawei. Tell me. GMB that rule. GMB was trying to sell the country. He ain't been president here. He tell the person, listen, you just give me one customer. I can't carry customer. You know, I can't carry customer. Sir Joseph fool him. Just because Sir Joseph too afraid of customer, yeah, at least customer out of the race now. Sir Joseph the only man. ANC and CPP got candidate in that race, but it's a tough race. I'll be honest with you. Most rather race is a tough race. I hope we win it, but it's a tough race. It's a very, very hard race. The person Sir Joseph were afraid of was Henry Costa. They said, oh, Sir Joseph pay Henry Costa $30,000. Yeah, right. Okay, let me put Jefferson post again. I said Jefferson just repeated. He said GMB strong. Jeremy, can we go ahead and he said Jeremy strong? GMB sick. The papina is a tough on the old man. Let's go post again. Jefferson post. I like it. GMB strong. GMB got machine. Okay, let me say. He said, you guys from ANC America are doing well for ABC. GMB will win election because you guys in America. You see again, you know, I will always remind you of me voting. You better, you think that your picture there, me, I can't hide the information set. Let me see. The information, I can't hide it. Yeah, that your picture, yeah. I will cast a wheel for ABC. It will not even be a invalid vote, sir. ABC all the way. You want to see again? Eh? My national ID card. You want to see again? Member of ANC. You want to see it? Well, you don't get nothing. You don't support him, Mr. Buaka. I support institution. Institution. You people in America, that you know how many librarians left right here to register? You don't have frail. We love our country. So I got vote. You don't get shit. What else again? I'm looking for three more answers so I can close. 3 more answers. And this is the card that you use to, they say when? This is the VIP card. Okay, Donzo laugh. Let me put Donzo say, ha ha. What are you laughing for, Donzo? Say something, man. Don't just laugh like that. Okay, good. Let me put it up again. He said, look at this shameless ANC guy talking nonsense with confidence that GMB we want. We, stupid. You call me nonsense, but you stupid. That GMB we won. Period. Go with your man, Ellen, Mumu, and Mumu 1 and Mumu 2. Come on, they call fixer. Hey, boy. I never knew that magic. Look at the name. Your last name is Soup. Fake. Coward. You are a coward. You are nothing but a coward. So you even get a name. You put a fake post up. You get a fake page. Maybe that's somebody. Look at you. You call me nonsense. You are dumb. We. I said that Cummings and Charlie are one. I never said we. But you're so stupid. And nothing in your brain. That is why you even hide your name. You're a coward, my brother, or woman, or whosoever. Your last name is Soup. Look at least the man say, Jefferson Kolako, the man from Lufakan, he say, the candidate on the ANC ticket will not get 2,000 votes. But many people are stupid, but oh, you people, yo, I gave on you. Okay, what the person said, Al Donzo, he said, brother, you are B52. Well, I don't know what you mean by B52. I wish you can just let us know. Let me go back to Prince. Prince say, I am not a follower of JMB. Okay, but if I say we will win. Who we? Okay, let me carry again to say Gonganu. But need say Gonganu from Sani Koreha. He said it is JMB we won. If you like, you can cry. We will vote JMB. Who we? Tell me you guys are stupid. I stay educated you. Who the we? Who we? Eh? Let me see what the person say again. Crewman die. That crewman kill it. So for me, I am very happy for the government. Great decision today. Gerald Munel Kishen. Let me go to say Gongano again. He said, we the people of Nimba. We the people of Nimba. Say Gongano. Say Gongano. From Saklipi Nimba Ha. Say Gongano. How many times I call your name? Okay. ABC. Let me go back to so ANC nonsense you are talking. Cummings will never be elected as president. Likewise, JMB. For never die. Mohammed, the general of all generals. Number one, respect. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mohammed. I pray me go to say Konkano again. I will really use say Konkano. We the people of Nimakande will vote JMB, the next president. Let's go to Kulako. JMB is the Liberian people choice, my dear brother. Who Liberian now? The old man who trying to sell with Gizi Mountain, the old man sick. He can't even move. Also, you will be stealing. Oh man. So who what kind of power? Uh, thank you. Let me go back to say Konganu. He said, if coming win election in Liberia, let hair grow in my eye. You know, see hair grow. Oh yeah, I saw one guy with one string of hair on his eyeball. So maybe it happened to you too. Stupid and all right there. Brother, you the man. I'm the man, my man. Trust me. ABC is the only person for the country. Thank you, Louis. I need more comments. More comments. More comments. More comments. Today is Friday. You know, a good day. The weather is good, and just make sure you drink enough water. Let me play this speech. You will never hear Mr. Parker speaking like this. You see how Mr. Cummings is so united. He's a guy who will bring the country together. So just listen to this. I love this speech here.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravaged country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you, and God bless Liberia.
Mr. Bwaka would never speak like this. None of the candidates in Liberia ever spoken like this to bring Liberians together. Only Alex Cummings. The Alex Cummings administration, we will not know your tribe. We will not want to know your religion. It's your business. Because you never choose your tribe. That's the tribe you are born in. The religion that you went to is the one you saw your mom and pa before you get one change it later on and still don't understand. Liberian fresh, Liberia, not county. You will never hear Mr. Bwaka telling us what he would do. But what you don't know, CPP is the threat to UP presidency. UP is the threat to CPP presidency. Who one of them is ready, prepared to face him President Weah? If you love Liberia, who the president? Look, even when you listen to the group of people, they say, if Mr. Cummings go in the second round, it's over. We know that. So they're telling you to stop us from going in the second round. It's up to you. But if you go in the second round, President Weah will win you. Maybe you don't know. Because you know why? The people will say that if we give your power, you will steal 2029 because you got to be there. If we give Joshua the power, Joshua will be leaving after his term and will be free for everybody. So Joshua will not be able to steal it because Joshua is not fighting to steal this election. Joshua is fighting to win UP, not CPP, because CDC don't want to face in CPP. And even if this election come down to UP and CPP, we beat the market door because we stay the favorite. You see the difference? CPP facing President, we are the favorite. We are the change. CPP facing UP in the second round, we are still the favorite because we are the change. You got a bad 12 years record. CDC got a bad 6 years record. So you see what we're standing? We're standing in a comfortable place. That is why we are fighting to be into that first round, into win the first round or enter the second round. That is why we are fighting. Since you don't know, you are fighting a losing battle. Let me teach you small. Let me get you a little bit. Maybe when you leave from here, you will know what I'm talking about because I don't expect you to agree. You are fighting and you guessing that if I get to the second round, maybe the Liberian people will say, too evil, let's choose the lesser evil. All the way, Joe, we are government so bad, the people looking at the stealing, they will say, at least Ellington was much better than Joshua. So that two of them, since two of them together and nobody there, I think Ellington was better. But let me tell you something now, what you don't know. The other people will be looking at, but wait though, if we give CDC victory, George, we are only there for the last 10. He's not going to run again. But if we give it to UP, you get Joseph Boakai, Jeremiah Prince Johnson. That means 2029, these guys will see the election because they still got the option. They will be the ruling party and they will suppress everybody and they will start to go after people. Like the way Henry Costa already finished criticizing them. Henry Costa will be the end. Or God, maybe God will protect him. God can protect anybody anyway. For a lot of people. So at the end of the day, the people say, you know what? For my safety, I think I will stay with Josh Weah for my safety. But if it comes down to President Weah, CDC, and Alex Cummings, CPP, the Liberian people see the change. They say, President Weah, thank you, we'll give you 6 years. But I think Mr. Cummings got a better plan than you. If it comes down to CPP and UP, the Liberian people say, UP, you were there for 12 years, so Mr. Cummings and the CPP got a better plan. So Bar and Sedition too will say, we'll carry Alex Cummings. You see how we're standing in a comfortable place? That is why we are fighting hard to meet CDC. That's what we are fighting for. But maybe you don't know. Why you think all the corrupt people come together? James Barney, Alex Starr, all these people coming together. People in the CDC pretending as if they're in the CDC, but they're supporting UP because they're afraid of Alex Cummings for accountability. You get Bob Gray, the Basel chief, who sold a land for small fish, Darius Dillon. Yeah. So I give you something to think about. And those of you who like to recycle, this is the best way to recycle so you can get enough. You squeeze the bottle, you squeeze it, and you take the tap, you close it up. And then you get enough to put in a bag. Only CPP people can give good ideas. You know that? Now only CPP can give good. Let me go back to the comment. I see I got 37 more comments here. Damn. Okay. Okay, let me see the one. All right. Let me see the one. Love the one. He said, now we are waiting for Spoon FM talk show to grade this government AAA for their great job by closing their radio station. And you know, Fagon, I don't trust Fagon. Maybe it was because of Fagon they had to close that show down because Fagon was doing too much. But when you got a CEO who don't care, who like, if I'm going down, I will go down with other people. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay. PYJ is one of the ungrateful leopard. That is why he joined his ungrateful friend GMB. Yeah. Yep, somebody agree that. Hair will even grow on your they say hair will even grow on your seat. So you don't need to oh God. Y'all people like the video, man. Y'all like this video. I enjoyed it too, pa. Tell me. What? if Mr. Cummings win, hair will grow on my eye. No. Hair will even grow on your seats. So you don't worry. ABCCPP will bring the change Liberia needs to develop vote 2023. Biggie. Listen, you don't have to remind me. I know I had 7% in a past election. So you see, that what giving me the strength to work. You are the one always reminding us about 7%. No, I know that I had 7%, but you got 28 in the first round. In the second round, you had 38. So now you worry about me. How would I be? You know, but people, it is true. They say education is very expensive. But if you think it's expensive, try ignorance. How can you tell me that a 7% may get drafted when you, the 61 or the 28 or the 38, worry about the 7%? Yes, Fatima, I'll give you a call. Jesus Christ. Winner is not your era. Winner is not my era. So which one my era? But when you know, let me ask the UP people. Bwaka ever won election in Liberia before? No. Ellen Johnson won an election. Nobody voted for vice president. Bosa Bwaka never ran for senator before in his life. He never won any competition. When he went to Ellen Johnson, he failed to be the standard bearer in the party he came from. You don't know that? The man lost the election. But you see, you go play football, they beat you 1-0. I go play, they beat me 2-0. Lose that lose. I lost to the man 2-0. The man beat you, I beat you. Hey, you shut up, man. Me put a real Liberia way so you understand it. Yeah. ABC, I want to hope, yeah. That's true. Yeah, there again. ABC is a unifier. That's true. Yeah. That is. Who is like ABC? Nobody. Let me go back to Kolako. You are telling a story here. Dr. Moniba speaks well, then. You see, I tell you about the people from Lufakande. You see what happened? The man say, Moniba, and he said, you are telling a story. Dr. Moniba speaks well than Mr. Cummings. Mr. Moniba is a Bandi man. Mr. Bwaka is a Kisi man. He said, take it the low for the low. So, speaks well or know well. Which one are you talking about? You see, I tell you, I said they will divide the vote in Lufakande. So this Kolako guy will either vote for Monimba or he'll vote for Bwaka. So that's a real problem there, man. That's a real problem. Let's go to Zé Konkano from Sacred Pied Nimba Kante. The 7% vote will put Cummings in the second round. We just laugh. You better laugh, Zé Konkano. Look, you see, I finished promoting Cummings, so now I'm making fun out of you. On my whole show, you didn't tell us nothing that Bwaka can do. How you will face the economy, how you will produce, how you will help the education system, nothing. And what you and who make us? I don't know what you're talking about. That's your own thing. My people, who is sleeping beyond? Well, who is sleeping but you? Joseph Bwaka, father and where he was born, because we are, because we are no Mr. Cummings' father where he was born. Okay, I understand that's a typographical error. He said where Joseph Bwaka father was born, because we know where Mr. Cummings' father was born. Mr. Cummings' father is a Liberian, and Mr. Bwaka, they got to explain to us. I don't know where, but they know the story. But we know the people are trying to sell the mountain, and that is not fair. But why you are trying to sell it? Why you are trying to sell the mountain too, man? That the one I can't get over. Okay, let you say you are a joker. Okay, thank you very much. I'm a joker. At least you enjoy me. ABC all the way. Charles Barkley laughing. I don't want like to play basketball now. Let me go back to Kolako again. I see. So is where all the attack coming from, but your playing field. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. ABCC people bring change your like, bro. Yeah, I don't know what play, bro. Let me go back again. Tell me. I'm telling you, all where we're standing good all over. All over. Cummings is Mr. 7% and Bwaka is Mr. 1 out of 15 counties. And now guess what? Lofa County is number 4. My Gibby got more registered voters than Lofa County. And guess what? And most of them living in Monrovia. Oh God, you will catch out now. You better go to Lofa County the day before. Most of them will get stuck on the road to go vote in Lofa. Most of them, if they don't go to Lofa 2 or 3 days before the time. So if the election is on Tuesday, make sure you leave 1 week to the time. You don't get a job in Monrovia already. So just start walking or driving to Lofa County, because the rainy season, it will be terrible. Because you think you got sense? What you were thinking about? Plenty of you will not vote in Lofa, and you're not voting Monrovia, because plenty of you left from Monrovia and went to Lofa to go register. They catch you. They got from Nimba County, Dolo, Alfonso P. Dolo, GMB all the way. Okay. Don't hurt your head, my man. Chop your small cash, papi. Oh God. Joseph Bwaka will end in this election like his own team, Arsenal, that he is supporting in Europe. Tell me, that's a big thing you're saying there. Me the Kolako guy, yeah. He said no GMB. Well, then let me put it there. You know what he said? The same man who been pressing GMB, he said no GMB or no more GMB. I know what you're talking about, man. That is there. That you put it there. That Mr. Bwaka supported there. Yeah. What Spencer said? Spencer said Bwaka is from Freetown, brother. Okay, well, let me say, both Alex Cummings and Joe Boakai will be defeated by President Weah. You see, this guy make it clear. This guy support President Adam, support President Weah. He's saying that President Weah will defeat both. So I can't argue with him. You know why I can't argue with him? The fact of the matter, he's supporting his president, and he knows very well Boakai and Joseph and Mr. Cummings are the one who want to replace him. But still, for him, he only speaking because he's supporting President Weah, but he knows deep down in his heart that they can't win election. He knows that very well. So he just trying his best. Because CDC are the people who, they almost like the man with long teeth. The man dying, but because his teeth long, you think he laughing. That the problem with CDC. So CDC been winning and they still losing. They will walk, They said Boakai walk from Foya to Monrovia. They say Boakai's father is a Sierra Leone. The name Boakai is the name of Boakai's adopted father. This is why Boakai cannot talk about his father. Obama told America about his father, but why Boakai cannot tell us about his father? Tell me, that's a big one. Let me put it there. A disclaimer. I put it there, but I just showing it all. Man trying to tell us JMB will not win this coming election. Yeah. That what you trying to put that he say no GMB. let me kind of Kolako again. He said UP will defeat both CDC and ANC. What UP depending on? They already get big split in their party. But anyway, guys, thanks for sharing the fun with the UP with Kolako. Are you related to General Kolako, or you the son of General Kolako, or one of the grandsons of General Kolako? Because I know his daughter. Yeah. But anyway, y'all have a good day. There's life after October 10. Kolako, have a good day and a good weekend. It's nothing personal, but I'm only, at least when I put this thing down, close it up, you will understand that we are still Liberians and we all want good for Liberia. Bye for now. God bless you. God bless me. God bless everybody. God bless the president of Liberia. God bless Mr. Cummings. God bless Mr. Boakai. And I hope that we'll make ourselves right. And we pray there will be no violence in this election. So thank you very much. And I'm happy to be your friend. And keep following us. Bye for now.